Yes, yes. 1, 2, 1, 2. Ladies and germs, you are tuned into episode. What episode is this?
It's episode 5.
This is episode
5.
Cinco of the Broad Street Breakdown.
What up?
My name is Vinnie Paz, a.k.a. Box Cutter Pazzy. I am being joined by my co-D, as always, the OG Gavin. How are you, sir?
Yo, I'm good.
Cousin Friz, Sinatra, what's the word, kid?
Just chilling, man.
You weren't here last week. It's good to have you back.
Good to have you back, Friz.
I missed
Your
it.
handsomeness is radiant this evening.
Did you bring a note for being absent last week?
Yeah, really.
I do have the
Going
proper
on your-
documentation.
Thank you.
File it with HR.
Give that to Human Resources, please.
Sicko,
I
how are
think
you
that's
this week?
Pablo.
I'm doing all right, Vin.
All right. Professor Pablo?
Push! Wow!
Yo, man. Yo, what does that
got
mean,
it.
man?
Just push it.
Push it real good.
Push it good.
Yo.
Go back to singing Fogarty.
The push lifestyle this week.
Scott Stallone, what up, kid?
What up?
Pablo, you caused quite a stir with the cruise lifestyle last week. Friz, I'm sure you were proud listening from a distance of...
I loved it. The T-shirt's the best thing.
Some people are getting legit hot.
Yeah.
No, what,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
what
feeling
they don't
like-
want to live the lifestyle,
I'm
man.
feeling
They're
like
suffering.
on
That's
the
all I got to say.
I'm feeling on the Facebook gimmick that I gotta click off being the page and be me and start shooting on people like, yo. You ain't allowed to shoot. Like, we're allowed to shoot.
I
Like, you
can't
ain't
figure
fucking-
out how to go from Vinnie Paz, from Broad Street
There's
Breakdown to Vinnie Paz
there's
to
a
shoot.
gimmick in the corner.
I
There's
can
an
only
arrow.
do it on the computer. I can't do it on the phone.
I can't do anything on the phone.
You can do it on the phone. I'll show you in a minute.
All right, well, let's get to business real quick. Broad Street Breakdown is brought to you by Crescent Street Tattoo, 4371 Crescent Street, Philadelphia, PA. That's the Manayunk part of Philadelphia, correct?
Yes.
I don't know, people call it Roxborough, Manayunk, whatever.
Roxborough's separate.
Yeah.
It's all Philly though.
Yeah.
it's up the street enough. There, it's almost the
Manayunk.
Yeah.
Could be.
215-487-0360. Facebook.com/Crescent Street Tattoo. IG Crescent Street Tattoo. Email crescentstreettattoo@gmail.com. And you can go to crescentstreettattoo.com, see everybody's work. What up, Jackie?
What up,
Sean?
Jackie?
Also brought to you by Sicko's fine piece of work, a book called No Slam Dancing, No Stage Diving, No Spikes, an oral history of the legendary City Gardens, written by Sicko and our good friend Amy Yates Wolfing. It is her birthday today.
Happy
Happy birthday, Miss
Amy.
Amy.
We made sure to get that in for you.
What up to all our homeboys over at Suplex Sneaker Store on 624 South Street. They're open every day, 12 to 8. Info at suplexphiladelphia.com. Go check out my man Mike and the crew, all my sneakerheads who are in Philly. Anything since last week worth talking about, Gavin? Anything happened? I got some text of you being angry about a parent-teacher conference.
Nah, I mean, the parent-teacher conferences went well, but when I've been fucking at war with traffic all week.
There we go.
I declared it on fucking Monday. At war.
Do you have to redeclare? Because you've declared war on
We
traffic.
had a peace treaty for
100
a
years
while.
ago.
Well, that's when South Street Bridge was closed. And then we came to an agreement and everything was fine for years, and now it was fucked again this whole fucking week. It was so fucked.
How fucked was it?
That I drove. I was 2 blocks from school, got detoured, and had to drive halfway back home, park the car, and take a cab the fuck up to school.
Oh, that's
You
a
did
deal.
not.
That's a deal.
I swear to God,
You're
I did.
making
It was
that
so,
up.
it was so fucked.
It's like Greek Week.
Jesus.
I
Where they
mean,
fucking remember that Greek Week? They would start shuttling
Of course.
cars. Like
No,
yeah,
they
the
did.
Greek-
It would shut the whole city
I
down.
got
Greek
in a
as fuck.
cab, and the cab driver told
So
me
wait.
that
You drove to where you were going.
No, I was attempting to drive to where I
How
was going.
close did you get to where
2
you were
blocks.
going? Then turned around.
Had to turn around and drive halfway home before I could stop again.
Jeez.
And
then
pulled
got
the
a cab.
fuck over on 20th and South, paid a fucking meter, and jumped in a cab.
Oh, that's a fucking deal, man.
Yep.
Wow.
It's fucked, man.
Is that a deal
But
or
the
an
war's
ordeal?
on. Like, I'm down.
That's a question.
I'm down.
It sounds like near the end of a movie, like the love story. Like she's leaving for the airport, and Jeff like can't get there, so he just fucking pulls over, gets a cab. He's like, I gotta catch her before the fucking gets on the plane.
Yeah.
man.
That's what it sounds like.
You can see him doing that, right?
Cousin Sinatra,
I like
you were
movies like that.
MIA last week. You were DJing.
DJing, been busy. Busy is good though.
Busy is good.
I know you guys did a Friday. I had something booked.
So what's popping with the DJ shit?
Just getting a lot of gigs with my man Chuck, me and my boy. Shout out to DJ Razor One.
What up, Chuck?
Chuck, what up? So we just been getting a lot of gigs.
Tell them how to get at you.
Any requests, get at me. Get at my direct email. It's outlaw, the number 45, cowboy, CAL like California, BOY. So outlaw 45, CALBOY at gmail.com.
See, he's living the cruise lifestyle. yeah.
I saw it building up with Pablo the whole time Frank was talking.
I saw you pointing at him. I'm like, what's he doing?
Yeah.
Sicko, anything up since last week?
Nah, same old shit. I'll tell you what though, I'm gonna take the opportunity to thank everybody that
You're
vibed
welcome.
off our last episode and went out of their way to tell us, in many people are getting down with what we're doing.
No, we appreciate that on many various levels.
Jeff's friend Josh, we got to shout
My
out
boy.
Josh, big him up.
Love Josh.
Went nuts. I don't know if you
do
ever.
If
you've been following,
Better
on
than
Facebook,
Cody Mack?
as
Hard.
good as
Right
Cody
on the same
Mack.
level.
Same.
Love the Cody
What
Mack,
up,
by
Cody?
the way. What
Like
up,
it's Cody Mack, Josh, and everyone else.
There you
Right.
go.
Yeah, all right. That's okay.
But yeah, Josh took the time to draw up all these picture gimmicks for like everybody
Yeah.
on the show.
Slapshot, Exploited.
Yeah, it was bang. Each
Best
one was-
Wishes, Cro-Mags,
Each one was a huge pop.
Suicidal, Sex Pistols.
And really, my whole life, like during the week, is in front of the computer and not leaving the house. So really, that's all I have to comment on.
Indeed.
So thank you.
Pablo, what up, kid?
What's up, man?
How you been living the cruise life since the
All
last?
day, every day. I tailgate out front of my house. That's how much I get
How
in.
does that part go? Do you like?
It's like,
some top down or something.
Oh, fuck.
Kick, lift.
My
I was
brand
singing it
new
during
shift.
the intro, and now I'm lost.
Brand new
You were
shift.
Give me
singing-
with my lift, kid. Look much better with you up in it. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Get the come on is the kicker at the end.
heat.
That makes you come back for more.
But I think he's getting like X-Pac heat.
Yeah.
Like, go
It's
away.
bad. It's like get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Like
Well, that's why- yeah.
It
Now,
ain't like
now we
Terry
love
Funk,
to hate you.
right.
We
It ain't
hate to
Terry
hate
Funk in his prime.
you. Yeah,
heat.
Terry Funk
It's
cutting a
fucking-
promo on the King.
Yeah,
on Lawler.
It's X-Pac. Like I'm gonna go anywhere but watch this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Stallone,
Popcorn
I know
heat.
you've been in the studio, and you as always. So I was,
When you leave.
You were like, yeah, right. As always.
Well, no, I was going to
that's
say
what you
what's
do.
been going on, but this is what you do. So
yeah,
you're just
I mean-
working on new stuff, right? Writing music and
My government's out there. It's not like I'm protecting it.
right.
you know what
But
I mean?
I'm saying you're writing some stuff and working with people in LA and some bigger stuff, right?
Yeah. I just delivered a whole record for licensing for a company in London, and their sole purpose is to get all the songs that I did in movies. And
That's great, man.
do a lot of that. I'm working with another artist named Bianca Ryan, who is insanely talented.
Some pop stuff.
Yeah,
or-
she used to be managed by Simon Cowell. She is now pursuing her second career at the ripe old age of 21. She won America's Got Talent on season 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I
When
vaguely
she
remember
was
that.
11.
Yeah.
And now
Nice.
she is fully developed as a singer and an artist, and we're just cranking through songs.
Nice, man.
What about you, Pazzy? What's up with you?
Ain't nothing, man. I'm knee deep in the solo records.
Yeah, I was
so-
gonna say we know you're doing some serious work.
Yeah, I'm just writing. So I'm at the crib writing, and then I'm here with Scott recording music and the podcast. So
Need any help writing?
There we go.
Oh, boy.
There it is.
I mean, if you do a verse over that bro country song, I'll
Put me on a hook, Paz.
Yeah,
Put
I'll-
me on a hook.
I won't have a problem plugging that in. Hey yo. Well, yeah, that's
Kick
He
lift
has been known to
Pablo,
come up
they call
with
him.
with a hot
Kick
16.
yeah,
though.
well, yeah.
Is that what
you
the
know,
fuck it
I
is?
do a hot 14. And this is a beat run.
You're trying to
reinvent the hip-hop.
reinvent the wheel.
Yeah.
Change
That's
the
it.
game.
Change the game with a
You got a
14
hot
bar verse. Just tell people, yo, son, I only spit 14.
14,
Yo, turn my headphones up.
So,
Kick lift P.
yeah.
They call him.
All right. Well, everyone's we're caught now that we're caught up.
I wish we had more interesting lives to tell people about.
Hey,
but
man, don't speak for yourself, man. I'm a fucking international man of leisure.
You are indeed.
and mystery.
And machismo.
Oh yeah, oozing machismo. Gavin, so what did you think of this week's episode of Monday Night Raw?
Well, we were out at dinner.
Yeah, we had a podcast meeting.
So I taped it, but I didn't. I read along with it and didn't fucking even watch it. Like, I'm to the point now that I don't care. I think
that's.
You know how
I did watch it. I DVR it because it's because the hours I keep. You keep kind of strange hours like me because we don't have square hours.
Right.
So I'm able to sift through the bullshit, and most of the 3 hours and 10 minutes has been shit. I mean, if you're not watching it at all, I think that says a lot for someone who. I think. When were you losing your mind and your mom yelled at you for jumping off the couch?
1979 or 80.
It was Zabisco
and Bruno. When Larry
Zabisco
turned on Bruno,
right,
and hit him
jumping
with the chair
off the couch, and your mom told you.
And my mom said, if you don't calm down, I'm not going to let you watch this anymore.
You're riled up, wasn't it?
I was riled up,
right? Because you were mad at.
I started
Zabisco.
smashing shit,
right?
Yeah.
Not much has changed.
No, but you know how for the past couple years it's been almost fun. Because it's so bad, criticizing it.
Yeah, we're on the text like, yo, this guy's so awful, he's getting pushed.
Right.
It's funny to mock Roman Reigns.
Yeah,
it's funny to mock.
It's fun to critique it. I'm getting to the point now that it's so bad that I'm not having fun anymore.
Right.
It's upsetting to me, if you will.
No, I mean, there's definitely that type of music that we all listen to. We did a whole episode of it, like guilty pleasure shit, where it's bad, but it's good. Right. And then there's like, yo, man, like this is making me angry as fuck.
Yeah. Like when we were saying, like, you know, the worst thing that could happen is they give Roman the strap. Now it's like, oh no, that would have been the best scenario.
We thought
it was the worst. Now it's fucked.
Right, and even though Sheamus can work a little bit, it's just.
I think he can work well. I just don't care.
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't give a fuck.
I think we're lucky to have. I mean, especially where we're at in Philly, obviously everyone knows the history of ECW, but we go to every ROH show in Philly.
Crew up.
A lot of dudes there can work, and we love Dalton Castle.
Love them.
The Briscoes, you know what I mean?
Who's my boy? Adam.
Adam Cole, baby!
Love me some Adam.
Adam Cole can work.
Yeah. I do like the Briscoes, too.
TNA is the shits. They're in the shitter. There's a couple people that can work there, but
you fucking stayed hard with them, man, AO. But I've been out of that for a minute.
Because man, it's like I can't cut the cord.
I know, I get it.
Because there's a couple guys. I mean, the guys that I love that can work there left because it's taped so far in advance.
Everybody's gone.
I think what's currently airing is like.
Oh, that's weird.
Months and months and months and months old. Like
it's such a shit show that Dreamer showed up for Vince.
Yes,
but I think he's still working for TNA.
Dreamer showed up for Vince and got the biggest pop of the night, being a third man in a 6-man tag.
I read today that they're bringing in a fourth guy.
Yeah, and they're debating it's going to be Van Dam
or Spike. I heard.
Well, Spike's. I heard he's like officially retired.
Right.
Like because he's fucked, not because he won't take a one shot for some bread.
Right.
I think he's really that fucked.
Right.
In terms of his back and his neck and shit.
Right.
But I remember when we found out that Steen and Kenta got signed, and I told you that they were going to bury them. And then when Steen beat Cena, everyone was telling me how I was wrong and he was going to get a push. And now he's lower mid card and wasn't even on this week's show. And before you build
he
on
was
Steen,
sick this week. That's why he wasn't on. He's got the flu or some shit.
We also mark out for New Japan too, and Rainmaker, and I know you think they're jabronis, but I like a lot of the dudes work in the Bullet Club.
I just don't. I like the dudes. I don't like the gimmick.
Yeah, you hate the NWO type shit.
Not
right?
having it.
Yeah,
not having it.
Who do you hate more, NWO or the Clique?
NWO is the Clique,
right? But not really, because your mind is in Hunter and Michaels.
It's a trick question.
It is. It is. I hate the Clique more personally.
Okay, I'll say this: I have sat through Kevin Nash shoot stuff and hated every second of it, but I couldn't sit through like a Michaels anything.
Okay.
Like I've heard him on certain shows, and I'll turn it off.
Yeah,
Like,
he's a
I'm not having
dildo.
it.
He's
Fuck
a dildo.
him.
And I'll tell you how much he must be that much of a dildo, because under protest, I will say he's one of the best workers to ever live.
Agreed.
I say that under protest because I hate him.
Indeed.
What in terms of the booking and creative? What are they thinking? Why are they not? Why are they not pushing Cesaro? Who do you think should be getting pushed besides? I know you love him, correct? Or am I speaking for? Because I love Cesaro.
Yeah, I love him.
I love his work.
Yeah.
He's solid on the mic.
Yep.
I think the Usos can work. But I mean, whatever with the tag team division, that's not what we're talking about really right now.
I heard a thing that they're crewing up them, Roman and Ambrose, and doing like a face faction thing.
Okay.
And that's all right, because they don't know what the fuck to do with the Usos. Those dudes can work, and they're really good. But the deal that they've been doing is just dead.
Yeah, there's nowhere to go
it.
with it.
Right.
It's a dead end path.
Right.
That new heel faction is like whatever with me.
I don't care.
I mean,
I mean, I'm hard pressed to think about things that I do care about besides Steen, Cesaro. Like, I'm even over the Wyatts at this point because they don't know what the fuck to do with them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a Bray Wyatt mark probably for life. Probably for life.
It ain't about him.
No,
it's
I know.
about the shit they
I've
got
heard
him
other
doing.
people. It's like they basically are a high level jobber team right now. It's like,
and now they have a deal with the Dudleys, who were really brought in just to put dudes over. So it's like, I don't know, man. It's just fucking. It's boring, and it's fucking. I'm just over it.
But I think when
I'm tired of watching for 3.5 hours for fucking 10 minutes of good shit.
And when Seth went out with that injury, it was like, yo, this is
fucked.
It's fucked, but it was creative's chance to let some people shine.
Yeah.
And they've done the opposite.
The one thing it did reinforce is just how good Seth is.
Agreed.
Brilliant.
I always knew he was a brilliant worker from the Tyler Black days, but I told you when he went there that I questioned his ability to talk.
Yeah.
I thought even in the Shield, I thought he was shit.
I feel like he learned overnight.
So do I.
Once they turned him,
I don't know how he did.
He was able to kind of come into his own.
But in terms of being a sniveling, old school, do some foul shit and run heel,
I don't see anybody doing on that level besides him and Owens.
Right, absolutely.
And Owens is just brilliant with the little nuances he does.
This ring psychology is next level.
The chewing gum, walking down the thing, and
yelling at Michael Cole off mic.
Fucking forget
off mic
it.
that only a real smart will fucking pick up on.
Brilliant shit.
Amazing.
But is it enough to fucking keep you interested for 3.5 fucking hours?
I mean, why isn't this the time to bring up Finn Balor? Like, or no?
I don't know. I mean, I think so. You got to bring up Finn. You got to bring up Joe.
Love? Soft.
I don't know why they haven't been up for a year.
Those dudes are fucking
brilliant.
Money.
Yep.
Enzo and Big Cass.
Big Cass, yeah.
And they have that girl with her that's pretty, so that'll work too.
Yeah.
I mean, unless they feel she needs more work, but in terms of it's in ring, I mean, if she's just coming out to look pretty, she's a dime. And that dude's fucking incredible on the mic, and they can work those guys.
Yeah.
Soft. SAWFT. Soft.
I don't know why.
You never saw them, Cousin Frank?
Nah.
It's like some like real Guido Jersey shit. And he's a real fucking Gavin. He's like a Gindaloon
like it already.
Yeah, like a fucking Jersey Cougine. That's like his gimmick.
Who are they fighting for?
They're down in NXT, which is like the minor leagues of WWF. You know what I'm saying? But it's a TV show on the network. So you can watch them every week. And a lot of the better talent is down there. But they're trying to develop them, you know what I mean? Their ring work and their mic skills. But you have dudes that should be up now because of a lot of injuries, a lot of...
The Seth is out. Orton, who I know we don't like, but he's still a fucking body.
Yeah.
I heard today he's going to be out 8 months for the shoulder thing, and then possibly an additional year for his neck.
Okay,
so that motherfucker's out.
Yeah, I mean, personally, you know my feelings on him. I don't get him.
No, me
I
either.
never will. I think he's like over with Midwest marks or something, or with girls think he's good looking. I don't get him. I hate him on the stick.
Yep.
His in-ring work is, to me, mediocre at best.
At this point, though, I'm just counting bodies.
No.
you know what I
I'm
mean?
saying for them,
Yeah.
he's huge.
Yeah.
Whether we hate him all day,
Right.
he's a huge.
So he's out.
They think of him as a star, and maybe
Right.
70% of the wrestling world does too.
so
We just think he's the shits, me and you, because
he's awful.
Because he's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's out. Cesaro's out. Rollins is out. Cena's doing a TV show. Who the fuck knows who's out? Like, you got to bring up some motherfuckers from the NXT,
I know who.
man.
Fucking Snuka. Let's bring Snuka back.
Well,
We break him out of jail. Come in and fucking jump off the top
Is
rope.
Snook out on bail? Or is he locked up?
I don't think he's in jail.
I think he's gonna tap before he gets.
he's in bed.
Got-
He
he's
ain't
still
looking
got-
too good.
Remember the
He's still got
SummerSlam?
good
I
hair for his
watched
age. I'll
and
tell you that
Lenny.
much.
Oh yeah.
When he
Did
came
you
in the
see?
ring
Have you
and
seen
Lenny
him
kept
lately?
saying
I saw him the
he's
last
old.
like a month ago when they were walking him in. I seen that one.
He had the court gimmick
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
Yeah.
Well,
I like that.
I found a picture of Snooker and Brody and sent it to Gavin recently. So we
Yeah.
were discussing Snooker, and he was
Right.
like, "Well, I'll mark out for this picture only because Brody, but the murder and the girl gimmick,
Yeah,
I'm not
I
so
don't
happy
know
with
if I
it."
feel it. I'm not feeling that too much.
I mean, but what was it? The ECW when he would walk in, like
You killed your wife. You killed.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
fucking
No fucking
Yeah,
way.
when he
chain it. You can hear it on
yeah,
TV.
like mid '90s,
Yeah.
Snooker did a couple shots.
it was when it was still Eastern Championship Wrestling.
yeah,
before,
yeah, maybe '93 or '94.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, because
it was before Paulie took over. I think it was.
and when Douglas cut the promo and put it was before
still
that.
it was still Eastern. And I think that Todd Gordon's still on.
The greatest part is, Pablo, is that wasn't his wife, but I guess that was the easiest chance.
Right.
Because it was it was really like a groupie, but like you killed your groupie didn't
Yeah,
sound
yeah.
right, so they just screamed, you
You
killed your wife.
your casual
I
acquaintance.
mean, that's not gonna look good on the sign either. If I make a sign out, that's not gonna look.
Yeah,
gotta
you
do wife
killed
on
your
the
wife.
sign.
Perfect
Yeah.
four words.
Right.
Similar letters. It's a perfect pop.
Yeah.
You killed the chick you're banging in Altoona tonight. Right.
Yo, he looked bad in that perp walk. He's
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they told him to fucking
Yeah.
to sell it too. You know what I mean? Like,
He's been selling it from day one. He used
Right.
to do the fucking kayfabe English thing.
Uh-huh.
Like he was from the island.
absolutely.
Yeah.
He did the Sabu like
yeah,
that.
exactly.
Well, yeah, I mean, I know for us, there's enough stuff out there like Pro Wrestling Gorilla that doesn't have a network deal, but we watch the DVDs and then we get to we check Ring of Honor and the work they're doing and
We're crowing up for that soon, isn't it?
yeah, absolutely. This month, we're back again to Ring of Honor.
This is awesome.
So, I guess the question becomes to you. Obviously, Vince is the standard bearer, has been, always will be, seemingly. Are you getting enough good work from other places to satisfy your itch for the biz? Or is it just because it's so much better from a production standpoint and an announcer standpoint? I mean, I like Kevin Kelly and I love Carino. I know you were never a Carino fan as a wrestler, but I like him on as a commentator. I love Nigel McGuinness.
He's doing that Mr. Wrestling 3 thing.
Right.
I'm marking for that. a
Yeah,
little
of course.
bit.
Of course.
That's all right.
But
Because I used to watch Wrestling 2.
yeah, Mr.
When we
Wrestling
got
too.
we would get the TBS in the early 80s and we would get Georgia Championship Wrestling for whatever fucking reason. So I was watching that shit when Vince was, doing the Hogan thing. I was catching stuff from Georgia.
Yeah, so was I.
Right.
Yeah.
And I
And
remember
Mid South, I told you the Mid South documentary. It was incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just think there's so much stuff like that. And
Yeah,
like,
plus with the YouTube and they just put a bunch of Crockett shit and Smoky Mountain shit on the network.
yeah, that's where the gangsters start. I love those gangster promos down
forget
there.
it.
The New Jack promos.
Forget it.
Heavy.
Forget it.
Real goon shit down there. There was good shit at Smoky Mountain, man.
I loved Smoky Mountain.
It was good.
That one thing with Sullivan and Wing Kinemura.
Yeah,
when he
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
spikes him in the arm and they put the X over it.
Uh-huh.
The OG X, like when they used to do that shit with Blackjack Mulligan when he would do the claw back in the day.
Absolutely.
Like I'm more for that.
You
all
know
day.
Blackjack is Bray's grandpa, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you told me that. a minute.
okay.
Yeah,
I
it's,
love Black
Gavin, isn't he like not allowed to leave the state or something?
There was. I don't want to speak ill of things, but I had
No,
heard.
I mean, what I'm saying,
I had
allegedly.
heard at one point that he was not allowed to leave the state of Texas for being a G.
and he's on some like snake charmer preacher gimmick shit, right? Like some
he's wrapped
real
up. Yeah.
like wrapped up heavy though.
Now
like that.
he is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you know them motherfuckers that have like snakes in the church and shit.
Really?
I think
wrapped
that's
up.
where Bray's getting all the promo shit
Right.
from, man.
Oh,
Like,
gotta be. It's gotta be.
I mean, basically, Bray is like ODing on a religious like a super
Old time religion.
old time
Yeah,
religion,
yeah.
and like studying everything of Manson.
Like tent revivals.
Yeah,
stuff.
but and then mixing it with Charlie. Because like
That's a good mix.
I mean, in
Sure,
the
it's-
beginning, he was absolutely word for word quoting Charlie stuff. And now he's kind of developed his own sort of thing. But there were times when me and Vinny would text each other like, that was fucking Charlie thing. And then we would search for the on YouTube for the actual Charlie thing.
Is that the dude that's like in the bayou?
yes,
Yeah,
that's the early promo.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
like watching that, man.
Yeah.
That scares me a little bit.
Yo, man, you're scared of King Diamond too, man. Like, what's your problem, bro?
That's a little scary, man. You don't
Yeah,
wanna go
but you
down
like
that- you
mark
wanna-
out for Clive Barker.
when you go-
So, like, what are you scared? What differentiates what like?
Because
keeps you
those
up
guys
at
are
night?
real. Clive is fake.
Kathleen rang up King Diamond once. I ever tell you the story?
No.
There
When
we
we
go.
were working at Tower.
Well, let me interject.
Oh, I thought
before-
you were gonna say she like fucking boxed them.
No, but when you
That's what I thought you were saying.
when you tell our amazing listeners what he purchased,
I'm gonna.
because I super popped.
Yeah. We were working at Tower.
On South Street.
Yeah. Kathleen was on register for a minute, I guess covering for somebody, and up walks fucking King Diamond.
In makeup?
And- no. But had gimmick chains like Mr. T.
Of course
with,
he did.
with all pentagrams upside down, but in gold. Like this was his good jewelry. Like his
He was like Mr. K.
like his out
Mr.
on
D.
out on the town. Not his King Diamond gimmick, but his like
Bro, his gimmick is basically like no makeup and no cape, but the rest is what he wears.
right.
There's
Maybe that's all he
pentagrams.
owns. Maybe
Yeah,
that
I mean,
He was out as like Bob Diamond or whatever he is. You know what I mean? He was
his real name is Kim, actually.
There you go.
He was
So-
Kim
Kim
Diamond.
Bendix something or other.
Right.
Yeah, it's a crazy.
So he
Bob
fucking
Diamond.
walks up and he's like 5'4", and he bought the stack of CDs that he had was almost as tall as him, and it was every note Deep Purple ever fucking played. He bought the entire Deep Purple catalog like twice in this pile that he had. And there's nothing fucking scary about this dude. If you saw him, you'd be like, what the fuck? He looks like a bizarre like Swiss or whatever he is, fucking Mr. T.
Come on, man, in Copenhagen, Denmark. Yo, man,
I knew you were gonna say
he
that
walked
too.
by me in August of 87,
Yeah.
and
At
it
the
was
pulsation still?
yes, it was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
4,000 degrees out, and when
Yeah,
he walked
yeah.
by me, it got freezing cold. That dude is Satan.
He's got the voodoo.
He's got
See?
he's got the voo.
See?
He's got the voo and the do.
Wow.
Did he buy Uriah Heep as well? Because
He should have.
well, I'll tell you what. When I just saw him, fucking now for
Molly
anyone
Hatchet.
out there that knows when you play, it could be a shitty venue. But typically, with the better venues around the country and world, they'll be like, "What do you guys want to play in between sets, or
Right.
what do you want the house music to be?
Right.
Do you have your own mix?"
Right.
Some groups bring them. I know I have in the past, because if you allow them to do it, they may play some shit that you're like,
Right.
they're gonna fuck with the fans.
Yep,
Like,
yep.
there's a lot of terrible, awful underground rap, and they think that's what I want them to play.
Right.
So I typically have DJ Question. What up, Quest? Like, put together maybe a set a list, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
a playlist of shit that I know will keep the kids, you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
riled up. And this month, so Exodus opened up, you know what I mean? Steve Souza and shit, and there's no Paul Bailoff, so that's another, I talked about that already.
Yeah.
But,
How
and,
was it? Were they good?
I mean, they killed it, but Steve Souza's like,
Yeah.
does a Paul Bailoff impression. And like,
Did they do Lesson in Violence?
yes, they did like half of Bonded by Blood, which
Yeah,
fucking,
I'm not a fan of that dude.
you're not a fan of Paul Bailoff?
No, Susan.
No, Sousa can kick rocks.
Yeah.
No,
Not a
but
fan of that
I mean,
dude.
I'm still gonna watch them if they're there. I'm not
Yeah.
like throwing eggs at them. There's
Yeah.
bands I fucking hate. I loved Paul Bailoff. Loved him.
Absolutely.
What band is this?
Exodus.
All right.
Yo, man, the less the heavy metal episode is coming. You got to get your shit together.
Oh, I got my fucking sleeping bag in the corner. is what
Yeah,
I'm
and
gonna
Gavin
have.
better get his shit together too.
Oh, my shit's together,
because
pal.
he's no.
I gotta.
Because he knows sells
I just
metal.
pound you.
You did pound
Yo,
me.
I got a whole gimmick for that show.
All right, because
Here we
you
go.
yeah, you got to come up
Oh,
with
I got
five
a
records.
deal.
I can't wait.
I can name the
I got
five.
a- I got a
know five metal
situation.
records right now but I'm not going to ruin it. I guarantee I know all of them.
And Slayer's excluded, right?
No, not for you. I'm saying for all right. For
no,
me,
I'm saying for all of us.
Because
that's like saying putting the
nothing's
Godfather in
excluded.
the
I'll
top
tell you
5
why.
movies.
Look, but listen, because me and Sicko hung around longer than you two. You were never into it.
Yeah.
Gavin's story is that he was into metal until I forget your buddy's friend that gave you a
Jamie Riley, my
and you
boy.
were, and
What
you
up,
was
Jamie
like
Riley?
13 or
Study hall-
14
No,
or 15?
I was in 9th grade. It was
So that's
beginning
like
of ninth
14.
grade. Yeah, and he was a year ahead of me. And, you know, you have the deal on your fucking social studies book. You fucking write Venom and fucking
Sure, of
Slayer and all that
course.
shit.
With the- yeah,
so
with
this
the-
is 1986. And Jamie fucking sat next to me in study hall and he said, "Oh, you're into that? Check this out." And he pulled out a tape that he had taken from his sister that was like a little kid tape that he did the gimmick.
Put
he
the
gimmicked up
tape
the
over the
tabs.
gimmick?
Yes.
Yeah, he gimmicked up the tabs. So on one side was Agnostic Front and the Cro-Mags, and the other side was all Bad Brains. And he's like, "Go home and check this out."
shit.
And fucking, I went home, took that out, and it changed everything.
Boom.
Changed the
Boom.
whole fucking
There you
game.
go.
And I turned my back on metal, and I fucking stand to it to this day.
Now, for
Oh
me,
my God.
for me, what happened was similar, but instead of your buddy, it was two brothers who were into metal.
Right.
So basically, out the womb, they're much older than me. It's not the 3 or 4 year older brother.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
My brother Lou is 12 years older than me. My brother Lenny is 11 years older than me. So at 6,
Right.
they were in their late teens. So I was literally hearing the first Sabbath album like at 4, 5,
As a
and
little
6.
kid, yeah.
My parents are listening to soul and shit. You know, Al Green and Stevie. So what happened for me is it was like Sabbath. They were into like all types of metal. They were into hair metal. They were into, you know, all of that stuff, to shredding shit. You know what I mean? Like the Mike Varney and Shrapnel Records and fucking Wild Dogs and
I don't know.
Racer X and shit like that. And
Ingwe?
yeah,
Ingve?
well, I mean, they bought everything. So
Right,
they had
right.
his records.
I
but-
remember in 84, 85, I saw a picture of Kerry King wearing a Yingwei fucking shirt.
Yeah, he was a
And
mark
Yingwei
early.
Rising Force, and I
Yeah.
fucking went and bought that record. I was like, "This is the biggest piece of
Yeah.
shit I ever heard."
It's all-
Fuck Kerry King. He just
Absolutely.
fucked me up, and I lost fucking $4 for whatever from this tape.
Yes,
Absolutely.
But what started happening was my brother Len was one of those fans, and I know you spent your teenage and early 20s running record stores. It's like, you know, those people. You were one of them. I think everyone in this room was one of them. When we were younger. You buy everything.
Sure,
This is not
That's what I'm
hardcore
saying.
punk section. I buy it.
Yep.
I bought the Mound style.
Based on a T-shirt. That's what
Right.
Pablo
I
said
really do that.
on one of our earlier
I stole it. I couldn't buy it.
on one of our
So I
earlier
stole it.
as long as you
episodes.
get it,
Pablo
yeah.
had said like, "Yo, you'd see a motherfucker with a T-shirt on." That was our version of the
Absolutely.
internet.
Absolutely.
Oh, this dude's got a. Oh, I never heard of that band, but I'll check it out because this dude at the
Right.
show's got.
The,
a show.
thank you list too
And
on,
the thank
on
you
the
list.
record.
Right.
I mean,
Crucial.
truth be told, like up until the mid '90s, I was still doing that until the internet really popped. I was still
Right.
like, "Yo, who are they thanking? Let me check
Right.
these bands."
Right.
But for me, like my brother would buy a Wild Dogs record or Racer X, but he'd also buy Haunting the Chapel.
Right.
And I started gravitating towards all the heavier shit. You know what I mean? While they would still, so then that led to me having to find, like, that leads into you. Yo, I'm coming to to where you worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm buying Death,
Right.
Leprosy. And then even though that's still metal and you might not like it, that leads to, yo, is there something even harder than this?
Right.
And then is there something even faster than this?
I actually bought Death Leprosy in the
So-
record
so
store
so
that
did
he
I.
worked at.
So did I. I bought a lot. I mean,
Did I ring you up?
No, the bull Matt Maddox did and
Yeah,
made
yeah.
fun of me. He's like, "Why are you buying this? This is crap."
He
I
was
remember
right.
you rung me up when I bought the Ludacris album, and you're like, "What are you doing with your life, man?"
with the most people are dicks on it.
Yeah.
yeah. I had that record.
Yeah,
I got
but you
that
were
free
like,
from a
I think
radio
you must have
station.
had it before me, so
I
you were
did.
trying to get
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
young kid to save 7 clams.
Were we hanging out at that point?
Well, we knew each other.
Okay,
It was. I think it was still the like, yo, this is a little do.
Okay.
And I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
that,
yeah, of course.
that era where it was like,
Yeah,
we,
yeah.
we were all aware of each other, but I
Right.
was still like a little bit too young.
Right.
But I mean, then I bought MOD, and then like that leads to like, well, Billy Milano hangs with
Right.
some
Right.
goons, so let me follow that, and then eventually,
Yeah.
it leads into Cro-Mags and DK. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and then
Yep.
And whereas
Nuclear
like,
Assault was a great band for turning you on to other
yes,
bands.
because of who Dan Loker was.
Well, and their thanks list
Yes.
was a million bands deep.
A
And you
million
just
bands
checked
deep, and it
off.
was hardcore punk and metal bands.
Right.
Because
And it was
Dan
all
Loker
good.
till this day fucking rules.
Absolutely.
And Brutal Truth is incredible, and
All
Dan
day.
Loker's amazing, man.
They
day.
just played that New York show at Murphy's Law.
Yeah,
And they're still representing.
yeah,
like,
man. Big up to Howie Abrams, by the way.
What up, Howie?
Ill Bill as well, huge Danny Loker mark. Name checks him in the Heavy Metal King. So, yeah. So I mean, I know that like all that shit. You know, you just kind of it whets your appetite, and then you fiend for how is it? All right, I want music that's faster. I want
Yeah.
something heavier. You know what I mean? Then-
Yeah. Back then too, I mean, it wasn't as classified as it is now. There weren't 8 billion subgenres. You had metal and hardcore. And
Yeah.
and that was it. And basically when you like shit that was loud, fast, and angry, like you had a plethora of stuff to choose
Sure.
from. So
Yeah, I mean, like as far as the Pistols and the Clash, my brother Lou's wife, her brother Dennis was best. Rest in peace. That's my brother Lou's best friend, and he was heavy. They were in bands together, always in bands together from the teens, and he was heavy into the Dead Boys, heavy into the Clash, heavy into the Pistols. So this is. My father was still alive. He died in '88. So, like around the same time Gavin's talking, '86-ish, started hearing the punk shit from him. You know what I mean?
right.
I went with Nothing Shocking, 87,
88.
Jane's Addiction, 87, 88. Yeah, so like, not implying that's punk. I'm just saying that's when the shit started turning towards like, okay,
I also bought that record.
I
from-
don't just
from
listen to
Cherries.
metal and rap. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Because
right.
at that point, like,
Right.
I remember my brother playing Sucker MCs in '83, and I was only 6. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like,
Right.
Yeah,
So-
it's a bizarre thing, man. With
Literally.
your
Nice.
with
Well
because of
played.
your age, and you got smartened up real early. You know what I mean? Like you young. I mean,
Well, no, it's funny when we talk about shit in '87. I think
Right.
people are like, that listen are either like, "Yo, this dude's older than I think," and I'm like, "No, I was 10."
Yeah.
Yeah.
with these dudes that
Yeah.
I'm with,
literally.
in this room right now.
Right.
They were just cool enough to have me around. You know what I mean? You guys were like 15.
Yep.
And then when I was 10, my brother was 21. Right. So it was like, yo, Empire Rock Club or
Right.
The Troc or
Right.
Another thing that was big for me, and it was like the preview to the internet, I guess. But I was real heavy into the whole tape trading world.
yeah, I mean that's
was a
a
big
metal
deal.
thing, man. I mean,
Definitely.
in that
And
uh,
lists.
I knew motherfuckers who would bring LPs to school.
Absolutely.
and
They bring 'em to
and
shows.
Shove them in the fucking locker, like
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
angle it a certain way,
And
just
every
because they
tape
were trading
trader-
with somebody that day.
Every tape you lived and died by the list. Like, yo, you got so and so's list. Like, you write in the back.
yeah,
of
the back of a zine, there would be dudes who had
Absolutely.
like they were in Brazil and had the Sepultura demo. And if you
Right,
gave them,
right.
You know
the
who marks for them? Jackie.
Sepultura
Really?
fucking rules,
I ain't
man.
having it.
You're not having early
Hate
Sepultura.
that band.
You hate Beneath the Remains.
Yes.
I don't
I
know
saw
about
them.
that.
I saw
This
them
is a fucking rumor jerk
at,
job.
at
I like
the
that,
Empire.
I like that first album.
Huh?
I like that first album.
Never liked
I
that.
don't know anything about them besides that they're fucking from Brazil and they do metal.
Yeah.
I think
always
the
thought
first.
that
And when they
Brazil.
come on in the car, because Jackie's mix is so weird, it'll be like, you know, some bizarro gothic fucking shit. And then all of a sudden it'll be fucking Sepultura. I'll be like, oh, this is Sepultura. And she'll be like, yeah, I love Sepultura. You know.
Well, I
you
know
like that
that
impression?
that
That's
was
pretty
good.
good. Yeah.
Igor Cavalera DJs a lot now. He spins hip hop records,
really?
and I know he's a fan of mine and Jedi Mind Tricks and Nonfiction and Ill Bill. And I know that actually, I think Howie Abrams and Ill Bill, when they first came to Brazil. From Brazil to New York, and they literally didn't speak one word of English.
Yeah.
They only knew the word pizza. So I
Nice.
think Bill and Howie like took them out for a slice of New York pizza.
Nice.
Oh my
Nice.
And Bill's band played L'Amour a bunch of times.
Yeah.
I think they played with Sepultura. And at this point, Howie was running in effect, or I think so. Around then, he's running in effect, and so Yeah, I've always loved Sepultura. Gavin's being difficult when it comes to them.
Always. I honestly don't know much about them, to be totally honest with you.
Well, speaking of difficult,
What are we? Oh, right.
well, we introduced Pablo's Cheapo Tip of the week last week. It went swimmingly. I think. Was everyone blown away? Have you listened yet, Cousin Frank?
I can't even
Get
through
informed,
it.
brother.
I like
Get informed.
Get informed.
Yo, that's your tagline, man. Like,
Could be.
when you're done,
I'm writing it down.
when
right
you're
now.
done, you tip.
Frizz,
That's-
did you get the tip, AO?
So we have all kinds of gimmicks and deals that that are, you know.
We got gimmicks for days.
Yeah, we got gimmicks and for days. We have deals for days. But
Deals for days.
we're gonna a new segment we came up with because I'm so fucking I'm so tired of this guy angering me on a daily basis. I want other people to hate him as much as me.
There we
So do
go.
I.
This
I never really noticed it until you pointed it out.
yeah,
I
but
really
now you notice it though.
I wait for your response
because Sicko has become the dude that it's ironic that he's older than me and he's definitely smarter than me, but he still has this thing that is strange for a smart person. I had a lot in my 20s where it's like you tell me the sky's blue and I tell you it's black, and he's still that way at I don't know, what are you, like 41 now or something?
I'll be 43 on Saturday.
Okay, so at 43, you're still being a contrarian. And
Scott, how old are you?
It's a little personal. Isn't it?
it's a little personal.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I want to see if I'm the oldest person in this fucking room.
I'm telling
definitely
you,
older than me.
you're older than him. If that,
Wow.
yeah.
That's why I hang out
Me
with
and
the
Frank,
Gavin.
me and Friz are a month
Paz,
apart.
He's a month older than
Wow.
Gavin's like to the day 6 months older than me. That's why I hang out with him. So I'm not the oldest dude in the room.
Well, our new segment.
Damn, I thought we'd bypass.
Well,
that.
no, we're sort of. It's going to be sort of our version of Piper's Pit, if you will.
my all-time favorite
My
wrestler.
God.
Piper is?
Absolutely. Since I was a little kid.
genius on the mic.
Yeah,
Since
like,
I was a
can't
little
even
kid.
argue that.
R.I.P. Roddy.
Absolutely.
Hot rod. This is a little segment we like to call Sicko's Contrarian Corner. Each week,
we need a theme for this now.
Yeah, I got it.
Caught me by surprise.
I got it. Sicko's Contrarian Corner.
now what you got to do is take that.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that and
Right,
run with it.
then run with
Run with it.
Sure.
Run all the way
I
to the
got
bank with it.
I got it.
Now,
Oh my.
Take that to the bank.
a synopsis.
You think it's that easy? You think it's that easy, Pablo?
I think from what we talked about, I was basically like, look, you're fucking difficult. So you're gonna talk about something that you think we'll find to be difficult, and we're all gonna yell at you.
Pretty much.
Hoping we find it.
Right,
difficult.
right. If he doesn't, then I guess the segment's
part of-
gonna shit the bed. So what you'll be doing is discuss. It won't be relegated to anything specific, right? It'll be anything in
Pretty
pop
much.
culture.
Pretty much,
Would that be
yeah.
a good way? It could be a book everyone's talking about.
Whatever is grinding my gears at
grinding
the
your
moment.
gears.
You know what really grinds my gears? Yeah, I'm going to give a little brief recap before I get into this. Tell you the God's honest truth, I don't know where it comes from. I've been like that since I was a small child. I think I get it from my grandfather. I just naturally have this, I don't know what it is, but when I see a bunch of people, I hear about something that's a cultural phenomenon. My general rule of thumb has always been like, if 100 million people think something is good, that thing sucked.
Wow.
Well, I'll say this. This doesn't mean that I'm agreeing, because if anything, I'm disagreeing. But
I'm just giving you a layout of my personality, where it comes
I'm
from.
going to tell you who shares that philosophy. Anyone that's listening that knows me, I mean, if you know the other fellas, you might not know me, but I'm a greaseball. My family is all greaseball gindaloons. And my brother refused to watch 1 second of The Sopranos And he's never seen a second of it because he said way too many jerk offs like that. There's no way I'm getting caught up in that.
See, I understand that line of thinking.
I told him he's a strapper.
I think he's wrong on that.
This is Lenny?
Yeah.
Lenny. I'm like that with a lot of stuff. I don't like anything.
But see, with me, it's a weird thing because there's no, like there's stuff.
There's no rhyme or reason.
There's no rhyme or reason to it.
There's no rhyme or reason to you.
Well, thank you. Hey now. So, for my first topic, I'm pretty much just going to go for the throat.
No, he means the first segment.
For the first segment.
Oh, okay.
Pardon me. I'm going to make my good friend Seamus's head explode with this. This is for you, S.O. What up, S.O.?
What up, S.O.? Seamus, Esoterodactyl.
I want to speak on this cultural phenomenon since 1977 known as the Star Wars.
Whoa, man! You're going down. You're going down.
I'm going down a dark path.
You're going down a dark path,
and I'm gonna put it out
this
there.
This could be bad.
Before you all start attacking me and sending me hate mail, please don't take what I'm saying personally. This is not an attack on you.
Please send him hate mail. Send it to him.
Don't send me hate mail.
This is like when a jerk off says to you, "Yo, not to be rude, but
not for nothing, but
yo, you know, like he's already setting it up.
He's got a face that you want to punch to begin with.
He's got an I hate you face. So he's already trying to fucking.
There's your title.
No, you know what he's doing. He's doing the old.
Face.
He's trying to get some fucking. He's trying to get some fucking cheap pop by bigging them up. Like, oh, you people are great. Yeah. I love you all. You're all intellects, and then shit on them. And you can't do that. You can't cheap pop and then cut a promo.
What's up, Philadelphia? Love the cheesesteak. Hate the Eagle.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
That's what I'm about to do.
That's what he's about to do. Proceed.
Bringing them
all right, so.
No, Pablo wanted to say something. So.
Okay. The background of the whole bit is that when we were growing up, every year habitually he would get beat up for his fucking mouth. You know, he would get beat up, and then Tom would have to beat up the dude who beat up Sicko, and then Sicko would be quiet for 9-10 months, and then his fucking mouth would start going again. Bang, here comes another beatdown. So this has just been going on year after year after year. So he'll be quiet on the internet.
Are you angry that I went back to him? Because I almost he had that smile. So
we're putting it out there.
No, but when he has
to the point in the show where you can look at him and know what's fucking.
I knew the wheels were turning.
The fucking smirk.
And when I let him continue, Pablo looked like he dropped his fucking ice cream bar.
Yeah.
So I fucking threw it back to him. All right, so
that's the level of intensity he has.
Okay,
so now continue with your rant.
Cut your promo.
So we're going into it.
Cut your promo. I mean, if you feel like you still got more to say.
So Star Wars,
the floor is yours, is what I'm saying.
Star Wars. I'm not.
What is it?
Those crazy Star Wars. I'm not gonna say that I hate it. I don't get it. I don't get it. There we go. I don't hiss.
You were deprived of a childhood, my friend.
I agree.
Like I've seen every Star. I've seen every Star Wars movie that's been put out in the theater when it came out, starting with the first one. I was 5 years old. My grandparents took me to see it. Loved it. It was my whole world. I even loved all the way up to Return of the Jedi. Loved them.
All right.
Got all the toys. I was into it. You grow older, you get into film, you get into things, you realize...
You get into film, Vinny.
Star Wars is not a good movie. It's a fun movie. It was groundbreaking with special effects. But to me, when you say something is a good movie, you're talking like Apocalypse Now. You're talking Taxi Driver.
I mean, I don't really know that that's something I can argue.
Right. So that's my basis. That's where I'm coming from.
Does it always have to be like Apocalypse Now, Taxi Driver, though, is my question to you. And it's a serious
I'll tell you
question.
why his answer has to be no, because he likes an Oreo Speedwagon song.
Wow.
Roll with the changes, man.
Roll with the changes, Sicko. As life goes on, like you're saying, roll with the changes.
Can't we
I
agree
can't
that
fight
Star
this feeling
Wars
anymore. I think I made that joke last time.
It's a good movie. It's a great movie.
It's classic.
No, it's
one of the two greatest movies ever made.
Absolutely. But can't we have like a third good movie?
Sure, but Star Wars is not it. It's a shitty story with bad actors, and all it is It's a 2-hour commercial for you to go buy your kids stupid toys that you think in 20 years are going to be worth $1,000.
I mean, the film is basically based on the Seven Samurai. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Well,
it's
Seven
based
Samurai,
on the Bible.
It's Hidden Treasure. Or
It's-
Hidden Fortress, I'm sorry. A lot of the Kurosawa movies
Yeah.
Lucas stole from. So if you're really a super fan of Star Wars, don't ever watch any Kurosawa films.
Yeah,
Or
I
you're gonna
mean,
be
it goes
fucking hard.
further
Yeah.
back than that. It's good versus evil. It's very simplistic. It's there's nothing. There's no character development here. There's no. I don't.
I mean, but this isn't a Kubrick film, man. This isn't.
No.
You're not talking.
Right. But what I'm saying is
What's the motivation? It's Chewbacca. Fucking jerk off.
Well, yo, the motivation of
popped for
Chewbacca
that.
is the name of a band.
Wow.
Is it real?
No,
That is
Chewbacca.
will be tomorrow.
Chewbacca's motivation is the name of my new side project.
Wow. I only deal with the Rancor Keeper.
So
When
yeah,
that- when
I
that-
don't get the Star Wars phenomenon.
When the
I never
opening
will.
fucking
Everybody
soundtrack
wants
comes
to
on,
chop somebody
you don't
up with
get
a
back,
lightsaber.
You don't
That's
go
what the
back to
deal
when you
is.
were 7.
Well, and that's my other point. Like people
When that
who
shit
are-
drops, it goes right back to when I'm a kid.
I feel-
That's
I feel you,
nostalgia.
man.
That's not
Yeah,
a good film. That's
Yeah, but
that's a
nostalgia comes into play with a lot of things because,
Not if you're trying to look at it objectively.
well, when Gavin and I talk about records that we heard in '86 and I put them on now, a lot of them hold up and a lot of them don't.
right.
I mean, to me,
And you'll differentiate this is timeless music versus this is something that nostalgically and sentimentally whatever hits me and hits me in a
those
place that I
movies
live.
will always be fun as fuck for me. I know that.
Yeah, I love watching them.
and I get that.
I just want to, I guess I'm agreeing with you, but disagreeing with your sentiment. It's like, it's not something where in my head I was like, well, this is the work of a Kubrick or this is the work of an Orson Welles. It was just fun as shit, man. Like I can't turn off the first 2 diehards if they're on, but I'm not going to sell you on the fact that they're like well-made films or something.
But what
you
I'm
know
saying is, I absolutely agree with that. There are people that have argued with me, that come at me, that try and tell me that these are masterpiece films.
Well, that's
what I'm not.
Well, that's where you'll have to have
That's one facet
esoteric
of it.
write in or call in our next episode because we've been talking about Star Wars since we met 20 years ago. He's more of a mark than me. His group back then was called God Complex.
Yeah.
Mine was Jedi Mind Tricks. We always had a joke that we should have switched names because you know what I'm saying? Because he was more of a Star Wars mark than me.
Absolutely.
And I always told him God Complex is the dopest name ever for a group.
Totally.
Like I would have, him and George just should have kept it when they went on to be 7 on Esoteric.
I think so.
They should have kept God Complex. I mean, I love those guys. It's still a dope name. They made 7 on Esoteric because it's a throwback to Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince, throwback to Eric B. and Rakim. I know why they did it. God Complex, great name for a group.
Absolutely.
But no, I never talked about whether or not he is like, these are fun as shit to nerd out to, or I think these are brilliantly made. I mean, I'd be hard pressed to say that anyone should have got an Oscar for their Gavin. Any?
Well, that's the
Insight
other
here?
thing. I think like every person that acted in any of those films, with the exception of Liam Neeson, based on other things he's done, is absolute garbage. Like Harrison Ford, you're going to tell he's got the emotional range of a house plant.
Yeah, I mean, Harrison Ford is an older Tom Hanks. Harrison Ford plays Harrison Ford.
Exactly.
Tom Hanks has never not been Tom Hanks in every movie ever.
Absolutely. And now
Tom Hanks was in Star Wars?
Yeah,
as Sammy Davis Jr. was in Star Wars.
Tom Hanks is Chewbacca.
As a 43-year-old dude, if I go
In
back and
drag
try and
on a
watch Star
sitcom,
Wars,
Bosom Buddies.
Empire, Jedi, etc., like all I notice is how stilted and bad and corny the dialogue is, and it's a douche chill to watch.
Well, I spoke with, it's every time I fucking say anything, it sounds like some corny version of name dropping, but it's just because my friends are who my friends are.
Right.
But I remember on a tour like 10 years ago, R.A. and I were talking about how awful, from an acting perspective, how terrible Carlito's Way is. And it is like
Absolutely.
hailed and like how
Here comes the pain.
how bad Scarface
See,
is.
I was just gonna
It's
say,
like,
same with Scarface.
These movies, in terms of,
I love Scarface.
No, but what I'm saying is like I'm not changing Carlito's Way, but it's a bad film, man.
Absolutely.
And you'll have dudes like on their
Blanco.
Facebook or Twitter like greatest movie ever. I'm like, you do have to differentiate what is entertainment versus great film. But I mean, for me, you mix the nostalgia with the shit Lucas was doing. It was light years ahead of his time. Then he was a visionary. I mean, by the time.
And that's another point. Like my thing is, I always feel like you, when you were 5 years old and you saw Star Wars for the first time, it blew your mind because it's 1977. There was nothing visually ever happened like that before. Nowadays, I could make that movie with computer.
Yeah, of course.
The other point of it, and I think this
what would that be? Annoying Wars.
And I think this is the biggest part of what
he just no-sold you.
He short-sold me.
What drives me crazy about it is 100. Like these movies are 2-hour commercial. You're being sold like you're a sheep. It's a 2-hour commercial for you to buy crappy toys made in China.
Being sold by
but I mean,
we're not because we're smart and we're hip.
Who cares about everybody else?
But
just because Han Solo's drinking a Coke.
Sicko's got Vulcan ears on, drinking a Coke, talking about being sold on, and like
merchandise.
He's got like Hobbit feet on from the.
Here you go, Spaceballs
from the Lord of the Rings.
The movie Spaceballs is better than the entire Star Wars canon. From beginning to end.
Funny, she doesn't look Jewish.
That's a great movie too.
Great movie.
No, but so do you have a problem watching any of the movies that come out now? Because there's a guy in charge of product placement in every fucking film.
But see, I don't watch films that would even.
But see, all I'm saying to you is basically anything that is in an art house film or a documentary is got someone dealing with product placement.
Right, and for me personally, all I really watch are art house films and documentaries. I know
another
what
reason
a
you're
jerk-off
a
statement
jerk-off.
that sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, you sound like more of a jerk off by that one sentence than your whole bit.
Right.
We need to rewrite the bit to what's he like a jerk off this week?
Right.
What makes him more of a jerk off?
What makes him tick like a jerk off?
Yeah. Please continue.
Pablo just likes that the heat's not on him.
Well, no, the segment shouldn't be called.
Too. I'm not even.
Sicko's Contrarian Corner should be moved to Hey Jerk Off. What makes you tick?
That's a dark fucking path to go
Sicko,
down. If you want to go down,
I'm willing to go down that path.
Sicko, do you own the original face sucker from the movie Aliens?
I am the original face sucker. How's that? How you like that, handsome?
Wow, man. On that note, I think we're going to take our first break of the night.
I need a break.
Yeah,
from
man.
this. Like I don't even. I gotta.
Yeah, I mean, it's this guy angers me.
I gotta.
And he doesn't just anger me. He never lets me down.
I'll take that all day.
You know something like he starts going and like 5 minutes into it, I'm like, do I agree with him? I think I fucking agree with him.
Yeah, man. Now see, you're turning.
No, like I don't, but like I start to question my own
You're
thoughts.
the consummate heel. You'll always turn on me. You turned on me with both.
That's not even true. All I said was that I like fucking Jan's goddamn clipboard, and you took it all over the place. You made it a situation.
By the way, Jan's going to sign the clipboard, and we're going to hang it here, like in between.
Very good.
A signed clipboard.
Absolutely.
It's just going to say ball.
What up, Boof?
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back in a few minutes. We're taking a smoke urine break. Broad Street Breakdown.
In that order.
You can write us, email us questions at
bsbradio@jmt.com.
jmthiphop.com.
I'm sorry, yes, JMT.
bsbradio@jmthiphop.com. We will answer.
I'm still all frazzled from the whole.
And any of your questions, and we'll be back.
What's up, everybody? This is Scott from the band Terror. You are listening to the Broad Street Breakdown with my man Vinnie Paz and his dudes.
Yes, yes.
Straight up.
We're back from break. Broad Street Breakdown. During our little, hour break, hour and a half, I'm recording for my next record, The Cornerstone of the Corner Store. Recording it with Scott
I just gotta
Stallone.
put it out there for all the Vinnie Paz fans how dope it is to watch you record shit.
Thank you, my friend. I appreciate
it's
it.
It's really cool to be in the room
It's a
with
strange
you.
process for me.
Well,
but,
thank you for letting us
always,
be
my
part
friend.
of it.
Always. Yeah, I'm recorded a joint with Buck Wild tonight, DITC.
That shit was sick, too.
Done stuff with Biggie, Black Rob, done stuff with everybody, multi-platinum producer. So that's what I was working on
So if you
tonight.
don't know, you're an idiot.
Yeah, if you don't know Bucky, then
Exactly.
you're dumb. Broad Street Breakdown is brought to you by Crescent Street Tattoo, 4371 Crescent Street, Philly, PA, 215-487-0360. Facebook.com/Crescent Street Tattoo, IG Crescent Street Tattoo, email crescentstreettattoo@gmail.com. The website is crescentstreettattoo.com. Check out all the artwork on there. That's where I get all my work done. That's my people. That's my family. OG, we've been telling people about the toy drive you're doing, so if you want to build on that, we need everyone to lend a helping hand if they can. They don't have to be in Philadelphia, right?
Yeah, we can. You can email us and you can send it in. Send it to us at the shop or just get in contact and we'll figure something out. It's I think it's a little over 2 weeks left on it. We're trying to put it over big at this point, and the next.
Well, let them know what it is if it's the first time they listen.
Yeah, it's a toy drive we give to a women's shelter in Philadelphia that. Some women having a hard time and they got their kids and, we're trying to make somebody's holidays a little bit better than, they're in a shitty situation. So at least they don't have to worry about that sort of thing.
Indeed. And last year went really well. So we're trying to make
It did go really well, yeah.
And also, if you, once you donate a toy, you get entered into win a...
Right. We put your name in and we're going to, pull a name to get a gift certificate, $100 gift certificate to the shop. And,
you can hang out with
a little
us.
incentive.
You can hang out with Jackie Brown, which is always fun.
Indeed.
If you're not, obviously anyone in Philly can drop it off at the store or at the shop. And if you're outside of Philly and you're feeling, generous, it would be all love to send a gift. So
yeah, this is something we're all kind of pulling together to support. So it mean the world to us.
if you email us,
Is that Jingle Bells?
Jingle bells.
I like
Do that again. That was good.
I like that.
Yeah, it's good. I like that.
I like that.
I think it's a little fast. Let's give it.
Jingle bells on the way, jingle around the way.
Interesting.
Wow.
Interesting.
The fuck kind of song was that, man?
It was a good one.
That was a beer talking.
So if you want to if you want to contribute, you could email us and we'll tell you where to send it or whatever. Apparently when I was in the mic booth, Sicko and Gavin went to smoke, and
I'll tell you something, dude. When you're just standing around with Gavin having a smoke,
here we go.
this dude, I don't know what it is about him, but every time he leaves the house, some shit happens.
No, man, I told you.
And he's got a story about it.
I'm for the people. I told you, and I'm taking a stand against
hashtag man of the people.
Man of the people.
Yeah, and
But why is it every time
If
you
you're
go
a man
somewhere,
of the people, why do you always have heat?
Why are you
I'll tell you
hassling
why.
with the people?
Because I'm willing to stand up against the shitstone
Against the man?
and
The
the
tyranny?
fucking and the man trying to hold everybody down.
down with tyranny?
I'm representing everyone who
Down with
Power to the people.
Down
in a
with
position.
tyranny, up scumbag.
Oi, oi.
Up scumbag, down with
Right.
tyranny. Down with the man.
Rick with a
So
silent
Gavin
P.
was he started to get into this whole deal,
But you
and we shut it down. We put the kibosh on it because everything we say now, all our conversations are no, save it for the air, save it for the recording.
yeah. So let's do.
You may now talk.
He's telling you. See,
Here we
he's
go.
starting already, man.
Here we go.
He's all revved up after the
is.
break.
I don't know.
He's all charged up tonight.
I kind of.
All riled up.
You pop.
I kind of. For that.
You popped for Pablo?
I did.
No
I
pops
can't-
for Pablo.
I can't help it.
No Pops for Pablo is the name of the band.
Short
too.
selling me?
Hashtag no Pops
You short
for Pablo.
selling me?
It's no sell, man, not short sell. Now he's like
Short
making
sell.
short sell. What does that mean, man?
It's a real estate term. It's
Short
like, you know,
sell.
somebody's on the water.
Could be.
He don't
Short
even know
sell.
the fucking Weezerds, man.
Nah.
All right, so me and I can't look at you. When
I know
talk.
he changed.
Your fucking tennis
I
ball
kicked
head.
the See, man, this
Every
fuck-
time when he needs a haircut, he looks like a fucking tennis ball. So me and Jackie worked this one
he
Saturday.
looks like a wet tennis ball.
yeah, yeah. Let the
Smell like
dog
one,
chew
too.
on it.
I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to. That was rude of me. Go ahead, continue on.
So me and Jackie worked this whole Saturday.
Jackie and I.
Here we go.
Wow, what a fucking clip.
Can he
Professor.
tell the
Thank you,
fucking
Professor.
story?
I know, me and him.
Working
were
Saturday. I show up one day. He's fucking sleeping
There we
with
go.
his feet up.
going- yeah, that happened.
The fucking people could have stole the whole store.
Stole the whole store. What are they going to steal?
Remember,
man?
you're like, I literally just woke up 1 second ago.
No,
You were like cough medicined up.
no,
You don't remember that?
no.
You forget?
You on some
Yes.
pain?
All right.
Are you done?
All right. You woke
Doing your
up.
fucking
You woke up.
routine?
Go ahead. Tell your story.
Are you done? That should get the boost, God. Don't
for
fucking
that.
pop on that.
They were laughing for you.
He was laughing for you.
Oh,
you.
thank
He was
you.
no selling blow.
The crowd was laughing for me.
Yeah.
fair enough. Thank you, thank you. So we worked this Saturday, and you know we hadn't eaten dinner, so she says, "Okay, let's go to the diner." After that. And I was like, "It's fucking Saturday night, man. I don't want to go to the fucking diner." But I was like, "All right, we'll go to the fucking diner." Go to the diner, and it was crap.
I'm sorry. What part of town were you in?
South Philly,
Okay.
What diner was it?
No, you don't need
across the way.
That's kind of important.
Kayfabe that. I don't
Yeah.
kayfabe on that.
kayfabe.
They ain't paying for sponsorship. They don't.
I'm
get
just
they
saying.
don't get a plug.
You could go the one at the place
I said around the
with
way.
the gimmick.
round away.
Yeah, with the thing.
Oh, that place.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the place with the thing and the deal.
Yeah.
So
You didn't say that.
yeah, so I find when so me and Jackie had been together all day, and it's like one of those things we're sitting down and you kind of we don't have much to say to each other when we're sitting and eating because we've been together all day and we experience the same experiences throughout the day. So you don't. So what happens with me is I start to tune out and start to tune into other people around us at the tables. And there's these
That's a
three
bad
fucking old
idea right
ladies.
there.
Right. There's these three old ladies that are at a table next to us, right? And they're with my dog, and my dog Pom Pom, and Pom Pom went to the thing, and I put Pom Pom. Yeah, I put Pom Pom out back, and I told Louie, I said, Louie, you got to come around for the fucking dog, man. And she's doing the whole thing, and I'm like, fuck, man. So
How old were these ladies?
65,
Okay.
at least,
Some they were like South Philly Gindaloon ladies.
who moved to Jersey.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Good
I know
hairdos.
this because I
What were their hairdos like?
they-
Oh, they were hairdos.
Okay.
They're exactly what you're fucking picturing.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
Lots of spray.
Yeah, exactly
Yeah.
what you're thinking.
Helmet head.
Bouffants.
I called my son Louie and I told him you got to come over and get Pom Pom and go to the doctor because the dog's shitting out back all day and the fucking thing and doing the whole thing.
popping over Pom
So
Pom.
so I'm saying, Jackie, like, say something so I'm not fucking listening to these ladies, you know. And she's like, just eat your fucking eggs and whatever. So
This story has gone nowhere yet, and I love it.
So-
it
All
hasn't
day.
even peaked.
All day.
So-
You weave a good yarn, man.
thank you.
Yeah.
So we go. So we're done, and we go and I'm outside, and Jackie's got this thing right now. She goes through these stages where I can and can't smoke in the car. So right now she's on a thing where I can't smoke in the car unless it's an emergency.
I like this.
Like we get stuck in traffic or something,
all day.
and I'm starting to get into the mode.
Stabby?
Like then when I start to get stabby, I can smoke in the car.
Right.
But if it's just a
Yeah.
normal day,
Yeah, she's no selling
yeah.
smoke.
So she gets in the car, and I'm standing in the parking lot next to her car, finish my cigarette, but I'm next to another car. And I'm zoning out. As a matter of fact, I think I was texting you.
Okay.
And I'm looking down, and I'm doing the deal. I'm showing everybody now. I'm doing it on my phone.
Yeah.
And I hear, "Hey, boy, what are you doing there?"
Wow.
And I went, "What? What?"
Yeah, because you know in your head it can't be aimed at you.
Right. So I was like, "What? What?" I look up, and there's the three old ladies. I said, "Hey, boy, what are you doing there?"
Wow.
I said, "I'm fucking standing here. What are you talking about?" Well, that's my car. I was like, "Okay." Well, you can't be standing by my car. What are you doing there, boy? What are you doing? And she's got the two other ladies.
She
back
calls you boy, man?
like 5 fucking times. So now I'm hot. So I'm like, I'm fucking standing here smoking a fucking cigarette. Fuck you. I'm trying to get my car. I was like, well, get in your fucking car. All right, well, I'm going to back up. I was like, back the fuck up. I don't give a fuck. So now all of a sudden, it's a screaming match with me and these fucking 3 old ladies. And Jackie's in the car with the windows up, hysterical, thinking it's the funniest fucking thing ever.
It is.
These fucking old ladies, so then they fucking pull out, and I notice on the back license plate Jersey, of course. So it's fucking Jersey.
Of course.
And I'm fucking eyeballing her like I want to fight her. And by the time they got in the car, I think the other 2 old ladies were like, yo, you picked the wrong fucking guy. He's crazy.
That dude got the crazy eyes.
So you better fucking shut up. So all of them, as they're pulling out, are looking down as they fucking drive away. And I'm looking to fucking fight. I get in the fucking car, and Jackie, I swear to you, laughed the entire ride down Broad Street. Thought it was the funniest fucking thing she'd ever seen. But that's the fucking story.
It's a day in the life.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Everything with the Gavin is a hassle.
It is. If I don't have the fucking face on for 2 seconds,
It's done.
somebody fucking marks me out.
Do we need to tell the fucking standing outside of the fucking the kung fu story? Oh, exact same thing.
That was
Minding your own business.
You tell it. That was
Mine-
a fucking deal,
Yeah,
man.
well, we Ill Bill.
We went out. Was
it
it the
was
Ill Bill
a Ill
night?
Bill
It
show.
was a nonfiction night.
No. It was
What did we do?
Was I
we
there?
were we
no,
were
it had to be Ill Bill and nonfiction. Because you're mixing 2 nights. Remember the night we went to ROH and then Scott invited us to that hipster
well,
bar?
that's
That's
the
the
night.
night.
That's the night.
That was the
That's
L bar,
where it was.
not the
It wasn't-
Kung Fu.
it wasn't Kung Fu next
It was
side.
the L bar,
No,
which
the
is
L
the
bar
block
up the
up.
street.
So
That's what it
Scott
was.
was with who's Eminem's manager?
Paul
Paul Rosenberg
Yeah.
and Dart.
Dart Parker.
Right.
Yeah.
So we
What up,
had
Dart? What up, Paul?
What up?
What up?
How y'all doing? So we were all at the ROH Ring of Honor wrestling show, and I hit Scott or you hit me like, yo, what's good?
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm at blah blah blah, and I'm like, it's only 11. We're just getting out.
Right, because those guys were like, we want to go drink at a spot that nobody would ever know us.
Of
and
course,
it's
of
gotta
course.
be,
And I totally understand
Right.
why you would go there. It's the same thing, like, you know what I mean? If I drag Gavin or anything somewhere, we're going somewhere on the Ducky. Where
Well,
it's
that's
not
why
like,
we go
right.
to the neighborhood spot by his place.
Yeah, I don't
gotta
even
look
want to
at
say that
that.
name
Right,
because
no,
then,
kayfabe
yeah,
that.
they show us mad love. The food's
Yeah.
good, and they play
It's
punk
just
rock. when
and
we
it's
go there.
normal people hanging
So
out.
yeah,
there.
yeah,
Nobody bothers.
you're actually right. So when was that ROH? It was
a little while back.
Like 6 weeks ago.
No.
end of summer.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
End of
too much?
summerish.
September maybe. Let's say
Yeah.
August, September. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't really remember. It was a bum or it was a drunk kid. or
No,
something?
so we went to where Scott was.
Right.
Which I don't know about Gavin. I had never been there, and
Yeah.
I know when we walked in, 2 seconds, I was like, I'm out because it was just not my spot.
No,
it was,
me neither.
It was a hipster spot,
and I was like, I'm gonna end up punching someone in the face here.
but you can sit at a bar and drink. I can't even like my head's starting to get all noisy.
All right.
So me and Gavin do what we always do. We bust out for a smoke, and it was
Yeah.
nice out. So we're out. What is it? Front Street under the L. We're hanging out, and again, it's just me and him. We're talking. We're smoking, and a dude comes like a square John comes just, and he's wavering up the street.
In
you can
that
see him.
neighborhood?
Yeah, you're.
Oh yeah, he's dead now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for sure.
gonna say.
After
Yeah.
he left us, somebody killed him for sure.
No question.
And here's this dude.
I can only hope.
It's like
Yeah,
1 in
I
the
don't
morning
care
at
at
this
all.
point. You know, he's pretty bombed. You could tell. You could see. And he's coming up. And Gavin's standing on the sidewalk. And I'm actually sitting down on a step smoking. And I see the dude coming. I'm like, here we go. Because I know I'm with Gavin. And he's the magnet for this shit. That I'm thinking. In my head, I see it unfold. This dude's going to come up and think, for whatever reason, Gavin's the friendly guy that he should strike up a conversation with. And he does it. But it's all this like, so man, like your tattoos and stuff. And
yeah,
you do
it's-
here we go. And I swear to God, like if you've ever seen Gavin in this situation, you get like 3, maybe even 4 chances. Like he's mad polite, but he's got the face on. Like if you have any perception whatsoever, you're gonna look at this dude and be like, okay, I need to move on.
Yeah, move on. Yeah.
But this
Gavin's got a move on face.
absolutely.
I'm just trying to be an old man, you know. I'm retired. I'm not trying to be that dude anymore, you know.
And I'm almost retired. So
motherfuckers keep dragging me into it, man.
Well, I'll add to why it's so. I mean, because I don't smoke, I wasn't out there, obviously.
Right.
But at this point, y'all remember it was like 4,000 degrees at the Ring of Honor show because of the lights in there and the AC wasn't cranked.
And it's mad packed.
And it's packed because the show sells out. I get in there, order my drinks, right? Pull my credit card out, and the girl gives me the hipster bar fucking staple. We only take cash.
Yep.
So my fucking head's ready to fucking explode. Like 3 hipsters were like, "Are you Vinnie Paz?" Which of course is nice enough, but I just don't fucking like those people, man.
Right.
For whatever reason.
Absolutely.
There wasn't anyone earlier, like you said, there wasn't nobody in there that I feel like we could have a conversation with.
Right.
Nobody.
Right.
Like I was ready to fucking stab someone. The only one I was in there with that I could talk to was Scott, and he had some out of town guests.
And
so I wasn't gonna bum rush his shit while he was talking to them because they do business too.
And wasn't there like a dude like bumping into you while you like
I was just gonna
everything
say,
about
you-
it
I
was-
almost set it the fuck off.
Right, like-
So had I walked out while this guy was doing the Gavin thing, I would have just set it on that motherfucker.
It
man.
would have been a massacre.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I didn't mean. I mean, so what did he say? He kept saying to you the tattoo shit, right?
I think he started off with like a tattoo question. Gavin answered him very nicely, and the dude would kind of like he kind of backed off a bit. And we thought we got rid of him, and we thought he's walking away, and he turns around, he comes back again.
Yeah, that's when I'm swinging.
And now
I would have let him live for the first part.
and you know, all praise due to the Gavin.
Yeah.
He kept his cool. Like I knew the smoke was coming out of his ears, but anyone who's not hip to the situation,
Well, Gavin was like, I respect Ja.
absolutely
That's right.
He was like, Lord of mercy. Follow me, you know.
Rastafari stands alone.
Yeah, you were like, that's why he didn't catch a universal.
I'm trying, man.
Because
And
you
so
want
by
some.
now, it's not just the question he's asking.
We're all over the place.
He's doing the lean in.
Yeah, the lean in gets you.
And he's getting the face real close.
Yeah, the lean in gets you hit with a left hook.
And so at this point,
Yeah.
I know, like, not that I'm a do nothing, but I'm a stand up, just so
Right.
this dude knows Gavin's not by himself.
Right.
And right,
Gavin
The
might be.
fucking drunk dude was like, "Holy shit, there's a manatee coming at me."
I think Gavin's
my
better off
fucking
by himself than Sicko's help.
Right.
Sicko's help might deter my.
But see, this dude
might
don't
be
know
the-
it, so I can play it.
No, I you know what? I agree with that because that's most people, most rappers. Until you check them,
Right.
You never know.
And regardless of what's going down, it's crew. Any one
No,
of
of
us would have
course.
done the same
I'm
thing.
just joking, my friend.
So the dude's leaning in, and he gets real. Fuck you. He gets real close, and you just see it. You see the lightning bolt shoot.
Yeah.
The guy's trying to get out of question, and Gavin just fucking flips.
Yeah.
What do you need? like that level.
Yeah, you cut a promo on him.
And Gavin's not a dude who raises his voice.
No, never.
Like if he raises
No,
his
even
voice,
his death threats are softly
absolutely.
spoken.
He raises his voice, you know it's about to be on.
No, we almost killed an MMA dude at the Go Show. When Gavin told him he was about to die, he said it real calmly.
Right.
Like, we're about to stomp the dog shit out of you. Go over there.
Absolutely.
And the dude was like, I'll just be on the other side of the place.
And this poor guy was just too goddamn
Ponytail
drunk.
swinging.
Yeah.
He went away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was just what, like, I actually started feeling bad for the dude. So I stood up and I got in between him and Gavin. I was, look, my man, just, what he was asking, were you standing in front of the L bar? And he's like, do you know where the L bar is? And we're like,
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm gonna keep it a buck. This story is angering me that these people are now infesting our city.
Yeah. And this is, and for whatever reason,
Well,
he's the
take comfort
magnet
in
for
the
these
fact
dudes.
that neighborhood is what it is. As many hipsters can be there as they want, but it is what it is. You wander a block, you're fucking dead. And
Right.
that guy's probably in a fucking basement.
Hey,
somewhere.
just to build on something to what you're saying, we didn't plan on talking about this. I know you all agree. When people talk about Philly, and you guys know what it is, whether you're out of town, it could be one state away or across the world. You say you're from Philly, people are like, "Yo, motherfuckers is crazy."
Right.
I want to explain to people and I'm talking to people that have horrible neighborhoods. I'm not saying Philly got worse neighborhoods than y'all, but I'm explaining the craziness of Philly, where you go to Brownsville, Brooklyn,
Right.
You know Brownsville, buck fucking wild, right?
Right.
You go to East New York, buck wild. You go to Watts in Cali, buck wild. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You call neighborhoods. There's parts in West Philly where kids that go to fucking Penn and Drexel, schools that cost $250,000 to go to, that are studying neurosurgery, right?
Right.
You walk 2 blocks the other way and you're dead.
You're in it.
Look
And-
at Temple's the same way.
My niece went there. I was like, if you leave the campus,
right.
I'm going to strangle you.
Absolutely.
All of Philly is walk for 1 block, run for 2.
Yeah.
That's
the
I mean,
real
honestly,
deal.
that's an incredible album title. Walk for 1 block, run for 2. And,
Sicko, write that
and
down.
I can only say, yeah, write that down. No, that's enough. That's the name of the episode.
Yeah.
So, I just, for where I've been, and for anyone who wants to be a contrarian like Sicko and write me that my city's like that too. I've been in every fucking city.
No.
I've never been in a city where you can have like a fucking bougie Asian fusion spot where it's all kids. You know what I'm saying? With Gucci
Absolutely.
bags, eating shit with chopsticks, and you walk 2 blocks over, and you're in the
top.
and you're in the bottom. The bottom is a place in West Philly
right.
that you don't want to
And
go.
you could get anything
You
you
don't
want.
want to go there. I'm telling you right now. You don't. If you don't know a motherfucker there, you don't want to go there. Like
I used to have
my
a-
man Rasul lived in the bottom. What up, Sul? How you living, Pop?
Sul.
I used to go there and chill with Sul at his grandmom's house.
LCOB.
And it ain't no fucking reason to be there if you don't live there.
Right.
Like I was good because I was with my man. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? And motherfuckers is like, oh, that's the white boy that's crazy enough to come to the bottom. And my man Justin from high school, y'all might remember him from our early demos before we were Jedi Matrix when we were Soulcraft. He lived on 56 and Master. Like, don't nobody go there unless there's a fucking reason to go there. No reason to go there is to get drugs or because you live there.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I feel like that's something that when people ask about Philly, I don't know if I said it in enough interviews.
Right.
And I don't know, I've definitely not been able to articulate that in a song because it's hard to articulate that. But whatever the fuck Scott said is the best shit I ever heard.
Absolutely.
Walk 1 block, run 2.
Walk for 1 block, run for 2.
Yeah, I mean, it's like that applies to every section too.
Every part of
South
it.
Philly's like that.
Yep.
West Philly's like that. North Philly, it's mostly fucked up.
You're mostly running.
There's
You're running.
it's mostly
Yes,
running.
but-
There's not many spots that's all right up there. It's not many spots that's all right up there.
What they call North Philly now, even that has been encroached
Well,
upon.
if we're including like
Right.
over near Gerard and stuff,
That's what I'm saying.
but then I'll tell you, when my ex told me where she worked, I didn't know that the area had been gentrified,
Right.
Because I hadn't been there in years, and when
Right.
I had been there, we used to go to this place called Scores, and you couldn't even live in there if you didn't speak Spanish. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
My man Mafia's shorty worked there. They Costa Rican. It was a Rican bar. It was Boricua. And you had to speak Spanish just to be up in there ordering drinks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And everybody in that area over near American, they sold heroin. And now the whole area looks like a Weezer concert let out. So, I'm like, yo, you motherfuckers gonna walk 2 blocks thinking shit is sweet.
But you love
and you're a
Weezer.
fucking sweet
You're
Vic.
gonna ride your fucking hipster
You're gonna ride your
bicycle.
Pee Wee Herman bike,
Right.
and you're gonna be a sweet Vic. You're gonna get duffed on that bike,
Absolutely.
KO'd, and then you're a sweet Vic.
They just get left.
They literally think everything is sweet.
They do.
And they do everything that's the complete. They take like the most hard body thing, and as soon as they do it,
Well, you
it's
texted
fucking
me and
ruined.
you're like, Paz, you realize that hipsters are wearing Timberland construction boots now, right? And I was like, what?
Every hipster broad in Philly rocks like construction Timbs, and another hard body thing they ruin. They all get Harley Davidsons now.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
it's-
like-
yeah, they're ruining.
They, like, ruin
No,
everything
but check
they
it.
touch.
When you told me about the Timberland thing, and I was like, bullshit, I don't even believe
Yeah.
you.
No, that's
I
a
went to
thing.
Brooklyn like a week later.
I remember
to
this.
shoot. Remember, I texted you
Yes.
when I did Deathless Light.
Yes.
I was in a part of Brooklyn again that was once gutter and now hipster, like artsy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was like on this set with like mad hipsters. You know what I'm saying? Yo, they was mad cool. I'm not talking about the people that shot the video. That's
Right,
my people.
right.
The Quill brothers. That's my people. Not them. I mean the people in the neighborhood. And like every girl, we were eating at this like little bougie like breakfast spot. Like, you know what I mean? We had some eggs and shit
Sure.
for sustenance for the video.
$28 eggs.
Yeah, yeah. But every girl that walked by had like the Kurt Cobain gimmick, the flannel gimmick tied around their waist.
Right.
I did that when I was 12.
So there's the hipster girl gimmick. The gimmick tied around the waist and construction sims.
How the fuck are you going to be a hipster and rock buds?
And I wrote Friz. I'm like, yo, my apologies for like questioning what you said you saw.
Yeah.
It's like
you know what I mean?
unbelievable.
On a side note, that construction boots and the flannel tied around the waist, that was like the 1985, like, I'm a hammer, but I'm trying to like step over into punk rock. So I'm not going to do nothing crazy with my mullet. But if I tie this flannel around my waist, that signifies I'm punk rock.
Sure, of course. Yeah, or you're something, not a hammer.
Right.
Not a metalhead. We're using
a hessian.
It's too
Yeah, but
what's that called
inside.
when something is
Esoteric?
No, I can't. I
Supercilious?
Nice.
I would love to. I like my life.
She's good. I would love to.
The fucked up thing about that night was it was almost like not real because we're in the bar and Bull comes up to Jeff and he's like, "Did those tattoos hurt?" And you're like, "Bull,
And then he like turned to me and the dude looked at me.
101.
The dude looked at me and I was like, yo, I'm already about to set it because we had just left a hot place and it was hot in there.
Yeah.
And the broad gave me the you need to have cash and I didn't have, so it was about to be a fucking.
And then there was the dude with the pool cue.
Yeah.
He almost got stomped.
Like, it was the whole night was.
And then the second story to you, they got because you have bad vibes on the side of your skull. He said to me, "Does he have good vibes
on the other side?"
And I was
I
like, "Dude,
remember.
I don't
Yo,
tell you."
as soon as that happened, we all made a conscious effort to go to this bar that we're talking about that's near OG's crib. It's like a block from OG's crib. My man bartends there. It's chill. It's clean. It's nice. It's air conditioned.
Great food.
They played punk rock for us. We had plenty of room.
Great food.
And our night ended well. Absolute amazing food.
We would tell you the name of the place, but we don't want none of y'all showing
Yeah,
up.
absolutely. Absolutely.
So we blame Scott Stallone for that whole night.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we'll put that on
I
Scott.
left the place I was at and came chill with it.
That's true. Him and
Yeah.
Stallone and his wife, he ended up coming.
They came down to our spot.
Absolutely.
No doubt.
Paz, I just had a more fucked up night than after Paz's last Philly show. And he stopped for a second. He went,
nah, we'll save that for another episode.
Yeah, someone almost got killed that night too.
But to bring it around full circle, like we can joke all we want about how it's Gavin and how it's Gavin, but like these things really do happen every time I talk, every time we go out, every time I'm with you, something like that in varying degrees happens.
Bro, we spent half our day texting each other. Every fucking text is, "You're never gonna believe this one." And I'm like, all right, man. It's like it's either what happened on his way to school, his head wanting to explode about the gimmicks at school because his kids all are fucking do amazing in school and well behaved. So he's mad that he has to be told that by a parent teacher conference. We were discussing how you should only have to be told if your kids are an idiot or cause trouble. We don't need to know that my kids are doing well. Just continue on. He should have a note that says "continue on," stapled to each kid's backpack. Carry on. But
oh my god!
And then we talk about the leftovers and how fucked up the show is and how much we're obsessed with it.
Very mad. Which I'm actually starting this weekend.
Right?
Yeah, which is upsetting. And then it's gonna have me fucked up for another year until the next trailer comes that fucks us up for 3 months.
And then we got nothing to watch for a minute.
Right. Yeah. Well, I got a text from Cousin Frank when he was unable to come last week, so he was laying some rules down. I
like this. I like where this is
going.
going.
No, he was explaining, we were discussing wrestling, we were discussing everything, and Frank doesn't have much to say about those subjects, but we have a lot in common when it comes to like clothing and watches.
Absolutely.
We're really the only ones that have each other for that. When it comes to like Gucci, Prada, high-end shit or watches or whether it's Chrome Hearts or anything like that. That's the shit we shoot the shit about. So would you like to tell the bottom feeders?
You handsome motherfucker.
The cretins, the bottom feeders, the low life.
I'm sold on everything about this.
The scum, the shoe, the gum on the bottom of your shoe.
The hipsters?
The hips, yeah. What would you like them to know? when it comes to dealing with Cousin Friz Sinatra.
These are the rules that I particularly only deal with.
Okay, only these are. Anything else?
Like when I wake up in the morning.
Everything else is uncivilized.
These are my rules.
Okay.
Rule number 1 is I don't go to shows. I go to concerts.
You're a jerk off.
Yo, that's
jerk off.
That's one of the. I love you, Friz, to death, but that's one of the worst things I've ever heard.
Absolutely, that's worse than my Star Wars.
I hate that. I hate that so much.
I don't see films. I see movies.
Jerk off.
I have no opinion on that. The concert thing is fucked.
I can comment on that one.
I hate it.
My rule is.
Wait. Hold on. I think he should.
Yeah.
All right. I think you should finish yours, Cousin Friz.
Number 3 is
Yes.
I don't drink coffee. I drink Starbucks.
Jerk off.
I hate Starbucks.
Yeah.
Hate Starbucks.
Jerk off.
You are.
This is the best thing. Number 4 is I don't go shopping. I review all the latest runway collections and have pieces I approve sent to me at once.
I like that one. I love number 4.
Speaking of runway collections, shout out to my man Eric holding it down on Rodeo Drive, Beverly Hills, St. Laurent. If you're out there in LA, head on over to Rodeo
I marked
Drive,
out for
St.
number
Laurent.
4.
Check out Eric.
1, 2, and 3. Jerk job.
Can we revisit 1, 2, and 3?
Yeah, revisit 1, 2, and 3. The concert verse shows.
I actually thought concert verse show was the worst thing until he did the coffee deal.
I love Starbucks.
I don't drink coffee. I have never been to a concert in my life.
I have.
Okay.
I saw Journey.
No,
that's a concert.
It was
if you said
biggest concerts in history.
What?
The metal
the big
joint.
four.
Oh yeah, I went to the Big 4. What are we saying?
Still a show, man.
Yeah, if you go to see Billy Joel at the fucking Madison Square Garden.
No, here's why the Big 4. Here's why the Big 4 is a show.
I'm going.
Here's why the Big 4 is a show. Because separate those 4 bands, except Metallica, who is a pop act. Slayer, Megadeth, and Anthrax alone, you're going to a show. Because they jammed them all into the Yankee Stadium, that don't make me going to a concert. I went to an event with OGs. My brother, Howie Abrams, and Ill Bill. Don't back me on this. No concert.
Yeah, he's talking about like Keith Urban shit.
And he's proud. He's proud as a peacock.
I got crazy respect for all the shows, all the hard. I was never into that, but I have respect to it.
Gavin's got heat with Starbucks too.
You got
I got more heat with concert than Starbucks.
I'll
drink Starbucks, but under heavy fucking protest. Heavy.
Yeah, I got to admit.
But I'll do it.
I hate all the fucking hipster coffee.
I just had it fucking 2 hours ago. Delicious.
What, Starbucks?
Yeah, fuck
I'll go out of my way
I don't
to
love it,
not
man.
get
I
Starbucks.
don't know. It's okay.
I'm not like
I
an
don't love
everyday
it.
coffee drinker, so I don't know.
I am an
It's
everyday
okay.
coffee drinker.
There's
and
a
that shit
coffee
is
spot
burned.
by the kids.
The only person
school.
I've seen drink as much coffee with
Shit's
you
so
ever is
good.
Gavin.
I can't mix it right.
Yeah, like
You got to get it from
They
I don't
mix it
drink
right.
Starbucks because I don't like the taste of it.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, I don't either. I don't like the taste. I got no politics behind it. I think it tastes like shit.
Right, fuck the politics.
But I'll do it if I gotta. But I ain't happy.
Well,
about
I
it.
also
somebody
don't-
actually gave me a $25 gift card to Starbucks because they know how much fucking
They got
coffee
good-
I drink.
they
And
got-
I'm like, this is gonna go to waste.
They
I'm
got
gonna
good-
eat food with this.
They got good gimmicks. That's what I'm saying.
I don't get. I don't think there's ever a time I've walked in there and got regular coffee, except when they brought that Clover machine gimmick in.
What is that?
It's a
know what
machine
that
that
is.
like
about?
that. It does something. It like drops the fucking coffee down, adds the liquid to it, then completely dries it out, so it's the purest cup of coffee. It's an $8 cup of coffee.
You're a fucking
The machine.
I mean, for me, number 1, jerk job. Number 2, bozo. Number 3,
Absolutely.
charlatan. Number 4, I mark out 4 all day. I love number 4.
You guys just saw.
Number 4, I don't even know what he was talking about.
Right, that's why I said.
I agree with Gavin though. I've never really got regular coffee from there. I'm getting a gimmick. I'm
I
getting,
understand
like,
that.
a mint hot chocolate.
If I want some Buck Wild
that's
shit,
not coffee.
Right, exactly.
No, if I
that's
want-
why I said I don't drink.
What's the
fucking
Henry Hill gimmick with Lisa G?
I don't remember.
You know what I'm talking about? A vanilla macchiato. Caramel macchiato.
Caramel macchiato.
Like if I get a caramel macchiato, I've never had one, but it sounds good.
so
I'd
awesome.
probably go to Starbucks.
Right.
Yeah, so
But
if
if
you're
you
into
want-
gimmicks,
That's what I get there.
No,
Absolutely.
No, I told you. I don't. No, you know what? I said 1, 2, and 3 are a jerk off. That's
Yeah.
not true. The concert one, jerk job. So what was number 2? What was number 2? Starbucks.
Film.
What was
Film.
film, not
Yeah,
movie.
film.
Jerk job. I'm like neutral / agree with you on the coffee gimmick because A, I don't drink it, so my opinion's therefore invalid. But I like the gimmicks, and I love the highfalutenness of number 4. Real nose up in the air.
Yeah.
I
I'll
buy
drink-
pieces off of the
I'll
runway.
drink fucking Folgers instant fucking coffee before
Now,
I
now,
ever drink.
now you're being a
Now
jerk
you're
off.
being-
I absolutely will.
Now, come on. That's being Sicko Contrarian corner.
Scott, La Cologne coffee. If you're gonna have coffee, you go to La
You
Cologne.
instant.
I
Fucking
don't
coffee.
drink any instant.
So
That's fucking.
he should be a jerk off.
That's-
I would drink it
that's
before
gym shit.
Starbucks.
No, you
Nah.
wouldn't.
Absolutely.
Pablo, is he being a jerk off?
It's gym.
Too
shit.
many convos
Yeah, but
going on at once.
you would get a gimmick from Starbucks.
No, I don't drink that stuff. All I ever drink is black coffee.
He can't afford no Starbucks.
I
Get outta
agree.
here.
I agree.
He can't afford the sugar at Starbucks.
I can't drink dairy, so I don't fucking do
I've
half
never
that
had
shit.
Have a
instant
shit
coffee
black.
in my life. Never.
Oh, it's the worst
You like
thing
the
ever.
gimmicks at Starbucks, Jeff?
No.
Too
Oh,
many
I like
people.
the food gimmicks.
Ah.
Fucking glazed.
Yes.
Fucking Dizona.
Delicious.
You know, I remember
Suckling?
going there.
Suckling.
Suckling.
I remember going there with you like 2 months ago. I didn't hear you complaining.
That's because the fucking store with the cheese sandwich heat
Turned
was
the coffee
fucking
off.
closed. He fucking turned the coffee off. So what do? Under protest, I gotta go to fuck Starbucks. Me and you went to Starbucks.
I gotta go to fuck Starbucks.
I'll fucking drink it, but I ain't thrilled. You know what I mean?
I was thrilled.
I just want a fucking coffee. I don't want the fucking.
But the
Cousin Friz, it seems like there's gimmicks there, the
Yeah,
pastry
they're so
gimmicks.
good.
I get all the
Everything's good.
gimmicks.
No, that shit's good.
Here's the
fucking
fucking
donuts
thing.
and all that jazz. That's good, but
right.
I want a fucking coffee.
I agree. Well, okay, now here's the alternative.
Shut up, Sicko.
When you're in Los Angeles, there's a place, and I know it's probably someplace else too, but I only ever deal with Coffee Bean in LA.
Oh my God, that's the fucking
Right.
greatest.
You
Because
deal with
it's-
Coffee Bean directly?
Directly.
Yeah, directly. That's good.
Not
Exclusively.
indirectly, directly.
That's great.
Directly.
As a matter of fact,
Because
in my wallet,
it's
I have a
coffee.
gift card to
There's
them.
no like frilly this and that. And I mean, you can get that shit,
There's a
but the
spot by
coffee
the-
tastes good.
There's a spot by the kids' school that I mark for.
Oh, it's Pete's.
It's
Did you ever go to Pete's out west? Pete's Coffee and
No,
Tea. It's
no.
like it's just like the coffee beanery. It's
I
dope.
love the guy. I only deal
I-
directly
when
with the coffee.
I'm,
bean.
Directly
I'm
with
with Scott.
coffee.
Yeah.
I deal
Where
directly.
there's a place that you mark for near the kid's school.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we don't want to say what it is because then I know where your kids go to school. We don't want to get into that gimmick.
And I gotta shoot somebody, and it's a whole
Yeah, it's
thing.
all real
Right.
coffee.
Is
drinkers.
it a independent or it's a
Yeah.
chain? Yeah.
No.
Then if you say where it is, then they'll know. And then we'll have to stab
I
somebody.
would never
Right.
get regular coffee in Starbucks. It sucks. I get gimmicks there.
That's all you have to
Yeah, right.
So two of yours are jerk jobs. 2 I marked for. I really like the one where you talk about these Jezebels and miscreants that are below you,
I love Miss
all
Green.
the-
and how you only get dressed in the finest fabrics.
That's the new thing now. Anything that's, I guess, looks out of the ordinary, I can't fucking stand. People are like, "Is that hipster?" Oh, that's really hip, and they like have no idea what you're wearing.
Well, what we're talking about now is
Fucking
things that are
idiots.
very expensive. The opposite
Right.
of expensive would be cheap. And speaking of cheap,
Pablo's Cheapo Tip of the Week.
That was the greatest
Wow.
fucking
Whatever
moment
fucking-
in radio.
Greatest
ever.
segue in the
Thank you.
history.
Wow.
Going to Segway
Thank
school.
you.
That was
Holy
good.
shit.
That was
Thank you.
fucking great.
Thank you. Pablo,
Hello.
It's time for everybody's favorite gimmick.
you're
He's been working this up in his head all night.
he's smiling that smile. So
Yeah.
let's his Florida Georgia Line T-shirt. Is that what they're called?
Just cruise. Yeah.
That went over.
Yo.
That went over like a fart in church with our fans. Apparently,
It's
some
still
people
alive.
were shooting on you.
A fart in
That went. Apparently, people were shooting on you, and Gavin was going to go on as Gavin and shoot back on them until we realized we like the heat.
Dad
So-
was ready to start
Keep it
handing
coming.
out the
Keep it
bands.
coming.
See,
Your band.
here's the thing. Like, I'll fuck with you all day, but some mark starts fucking with you, then
Exactly.
it's a problem.
They can fuck with me all they want.
I ain't having it.
I'm having
I
it.
ain't having
I'm
it.
having it.
Like, they give you
He wants
shit.
heat.
Like, I'm down, but
Yeah.
don't start, you know what I mean?
Yeah, don't start saying don't get
don't act
heavy
like you
because
know.
Don't
you
get
might get
heavy.
you might get the shit slapped out of you.
Let's all have a little fun. We're all having a little fun.
No, it's
Everybody's
all fun and
friends.
games until you
Right,
get
right.
put into the bathroom like JoJo the Whale.
You know, use a little common
In the
sense.
fucking
That's all.
bedroom.
That's all.
Like
Use a little
coffee
common
cake.
sense.
If I got you an FGL shirt, would you wear it, Jeff?
No.
What Friz will?
I got one already. I told you.
Why do you say fuck like that's surprising to you?
Because you're saying you're riding with me. If you're riding with me, let's cruise.
No, man. That's What was that?
It was the first thing I found.
Super Mario.
We playing Pac-Man.
I'm fucking reaching for
Is that
shit.
like a Pac-Man? Like,
it was the
It was that
Donkey Kong.
surprise.
That needed a rim
no, we all popped
I
and he,
was
and he
sleeping.
played a Pac-Man noise.
was like-
yeah.
Whoops.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, this my personal preference. This show, I love it. I'm so proud of what we're doing. I hope it continues to grow. But Pablo's Cheapo Tip of the Week. I'm
Next level.
I'm when I lay in bed, I think of lyrics. I think of.
Only of all the emails we've gotten, only one dude, I wish I could remember his name, knows where that's from.
Yes.
And I'm not
Just
telling
saw
it.
that,
Like, we
yeah.
ain't telling.
No,
it's
it was a
fucking,
Twitter, John.
It's
was a
Kize
Twitter?
Fize all
Freak
day.
jokes. Okay, we're
we ain't
kayfabing
telling
that all day.
nobody.
I immediately
Like, you don't
retweeted.
get it, you're fucked. That's all I'm
yeah.
saying.
Fuck, get
One
outta
dude
here, beat
fucking
it.
got it.
Right.
Yeah.
Kids kept asking.
I think
me where it was
it's
from,
not
and I
real
wouldn't tell
obscure.
them.
You should be able to figure
Yeah,
it
but
out.
some of these kids are young, and that show's 12 years already.
Yeah, it's a freak
Is it
joint.
that long?
Yeah, man, 03, 04. So,
Freak joint.
me personally, this is
how the
my
city
favorite
is at
shit.
night.
I lay in bed, I think of lyrics. I'm thinking of song titles, beats run in my head. I'm thinking of The Leftovers. And then I'm like, what is Pablo's Cheapo Tip of the Week?
What is
gonna
he
be?
cooking up?
And
Right.
and how fucked in his head is he? Because
How quickly is my brain
going to explode,
when
and
I
he
hear this
finally he did it on air, which was a fucking mega pop. He admitted it was a sickness finally after 25
Yes.
plus years.
Yes.
I've never heard him say that. He jokes that he's cheap. He embraces it. He's the best fucking guy in the world. I couldn't love him more. He's fucking super
Absolutely.
generous when it comes down to it. But with himself and his family, it's a fucking horror scene. And he finally said,
It's a sickness.
yo, it's a sickness. And when he said that, I want Scott to take that, isolate it, and just keep hitting it's a sickness during future Pablo's Cheapo Tip of the Week.
Maybe we're helping him. Maybe this is therapeutic
Nah.
for him.
No,
Maybe
it's
he'll-
never happening. He's 42 years old. It's never stopping. Are you about to be 42 or 41 in January?
If
You're
anything,
42.
He'll be 43.
I
I
Yeah,
never
right?
would
I
have
don't
thought in
know.
a million years that P. Jiggy's older than us.
Yeah, man. 4 years. All right, so P is you've been last time, the first time we debuted your segment.
Yes.
You there was a build up. Are you going right in? Would you like to say some things?
I mean, the funny thing is that I sit in bed too, and I'm like, oh shit,
Okay.
that item X is a Corky Chetnik. Like, these things are so part of my life that,
that you can't separate cheap
Right.
from reality
Right.
anymore because it's who you've become.
Okay,
I operate.
And now
at
I've
such a-
asked you before, is your wife in? And you're like, she's fully in. She's as cheap as me. You said that, correct or no?
Not
You were like, no,
really.
but you were like,
she
no, she's in.
doesn't, aspire to be. So as things come up, that's fine. But
Okay.
I'm going out of my way to be the most efficient person I
now,
can be.
do you share with her your tip of the week? And does she or is she just like, this podcast is ridiculous? Get
She
out.
loves the podcast.
Does she when you?
What up, Chrissy?
Hi, baby. I love you. We miss you.
Chrissy.
Like, do you say that? Look, I'm going in with this. Is this a good gimmick, or are you like? Are you kayfabe?
She knows at my level of comedy.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know. You've been with us since high school.
And there's-
Comedy.
Yeah. There's no other way to do it.
Okay. All right. So
She's embarrassed now, of course, when her friends finally catch wind that this thing's happening.
okay. Have
She would
any
now
of
be
her
holding-
friends heard the podcast?
Not yet. To
Do
my
you
knowledge.
feel they will?
Oh, they will.
Because of you at the next thing, like, yo, here's our gimmick.
I am linked to certain
I understand.
certain fuck I can't say.
I understand.
Some of them I'm linked to on Facebook,
I understand.
so they're eventually
so
going
it's
to make their way
it's
around.
going to trickle down.
Yeah,
It's the trickle down effect.
Yep.
Shit rolls downward.
Are you vehemently sure of that?
Vietnamese.
Say that 5 times fast.
Friz, I don't know if you listened to the podcast last week, but he was trying to say vehemently. And he was saying Vietnamese. He was saying
I still know what the difference is.
Well, what happened with the Viet Congolese was
What a fucking Nimrod.
all right. So I was as you were, sir. This is your stage, your platform, your
Speak on
your
quirky chapness.
yes.
Pablo's Cheapo Tip of the Week.
All right, ladies and germs. So today we're gonna go to the house, right?
This is another home.
This is a home remedy.
Okay.
Right?
Oh, no. A remedy.
So I know your mother or your wife or whatever likes to make the house smell nice. So you're gonna light some candles, right? You're gonna buy the big candles, right? And you're gonna burn those candles.
The gimmicks that you got next to the shop.
The big ones, no, bigger ones than that, like the big Yankee candle suckers.
Big gimmicks.
The Woodwick,
which I buy for my mom.
Yeah, your mom turned me on to them. They're my favorite.
Yeah, they're great.
Personally,
but you fucking, I don't know where this is going
So far, it makes sense.
Yeah,
they do.
they
smell
get the big. We're talking big candles
I'm
here,
a little
right?
scared.
So you're gonna burn this candle, and someday sooner than you think, it's gonna burn to the end, right?
Sure, that's what happens, man.
Right.
Everything dies.
But you got like 20%. You got 20% of that wax still around that candle.
Oh my God, no.
No, what are you doing?
Bullshit, I say to that. No. You go to fucking Michael's craft store. They got the wicks there. You buy them wicks. You scrape out the candles.
Wicks.
You scrape out the candle. You put all that shit, middle it up. You melt it for a little bit. You put the wick in the middle. You got a new candle.
Oh my God, I would never.
It may take 3 or 4 of them candles to get a full candle, but you're gonna get yourself a
I
candle.
would never.
I'm running out of the studio right now. I
would never.
can't be around this.
Pablo, I literally ordered Diptyque and DL and Company candles from Barney's, New York. They're $110 a piece. I burned them halfway and put them out for trash.
Yeah, you're a
the following
maniac.
Week.
You're a maniac.
He's going to come pick your trash.
Gavin.
You can make good candles.
Gavin, speak
Give me
on
them
this.
things.
Okay.
Where to begin?
You leave the house to go to a store to buy gimmicks
Wicks.
to come back to the house to save the little bit of candle you have left.
Right.
How do you get the candle
So don't
out
you
of the
think-
woodwick thing? Because
I got like screwdrivers and whatnot. It's wax. It's candle wax. It comes right
Don't
out.
you think that the amount of time, effort, and gas money that you're spending to go do all that?
I got a Michael's local, baby. They know me by name. I got a freaking
I don't
flyer
even
card
know
and
what
everything.
Michael's is.
It's arts and crafts. You never been arts and crafts
I
with
mean,
your
I
kids?
don't know if that's a Philly place. You got to
No, I'm not
expand.
No,
It's like-
no.
it's like an
Michael's
AC
is
Moore.
It's all around the country.
yeah.
It's like
Are
a
you
nursery.
hip to Michael's?
Huh?
Are you hip to
No
Michael's?
idea what he's talking
No,
about.
me either.
And he's saying it's local, and I have no idea
you
where.
You guys
Never heard
would
of
know
it.
it
There's
if
one-
maybe if you saw
No,
this.
I don't leave the house.
You guys are, I mean, you guys don't have a need to go to an arts and crafts store, so you drive right by it, not even
One
know.
would think that I would be hip to this.
Is he
Wait,
saying
you
we're
would
not
think.
artsy and craftsy?
Now,
Fantastic place.
there's
Your
a
imagination
lot
go
of
wild.
places we can go here.
Jackie's very arts and craftsy. I wonder if she knows what this is.
I'm going to
'cause
follow
I've
up
never
Gavin's
heard of
question.
this.
This,
Michael's.
to me, the answer to this can really take this to the next level. This is already fucked. All right?
Absolutely.
I already want to run out of the room from the douche chills.
Absolutely.
Okay, but I can't because we're working. This is work.
We're doing it.
Do you mix candle smells? Oh. Or is it like, say you have, the caramel?
Yeah.
Question.
You got caramel and you got fresh laundry.
Do you mix those?
You gotta somewhat stay rational about this.
Wait. Somewhat.
Whoa.
Rational.
Someone
Let me
say
tell you
rational.
something. Rationale went fucking out the window.
Gone.
The balls of him to even use that word.
Rationale went out the window with you when you were like 12.
I would never.
Not in your vocabulary.
So no. Have you ever mixed two smells that aren't identical?
No, you got to do fruits, and then you got to do like
No. That's not a direct
environment,
answer.
I
So would
guess we
you,
call
if
it-
you had a cherry and a strawberry, would you mix them?
fuck yeah, that's the
It's-
fruits. That's the fruits.
I would never.
It's a horror.
It's like a mixed
horrifying.
drink. You can do it. It's like a Mai Tai right there.
It's a horror scene.
How much do these candles cost?
Like
when you buy 'em
25
new?
clams,
Yeah.
30 clams. Look, These are
Friz
the
has got $200 fucking
These are
candles.
I get these from my mom. When people
I'm
come
still
into
on concert with him, so I got to
you know how
address that.
everyone tells us we smell good all the time because of our gimmicks? My mom gimmick is Woodwick.
Yeah.
Everybody
They're the
that comes into the crib is like, yeah, I love how your house smells. Are you baking a cake? If it happens to be caramel. They have joints that smell like pies and shit. Like all the gimmicks. And I just buy her like 8 of one, 8 of the other, whatever, a few $100 just on candles so she go all through the winter or whatever.
Yeah.
And our gimmick always smells good. And you don't burn different smells because you got strawberry burning with a cake and then it smells fucked.
Common sense.
This fucking guy is got a screwdriver. How do you melt them and where do you melt them? How does that even happen?
My boy Williams in Charlotte is a candle guy. I want his thoughts
His
on
opinion?
this.
I have a
He's a big candle guy.
when he finishes this answer, I have a very quick story that is the alpha origin of this idea, and it starts with my family.
Okay.
The reason he started this started with my family, and that's going to blow your mind as much as this one.
Wow.
Okay.
So. How do you melt this? You use a screwdriver to take this. You have 3 girls, 3 beautiful daughters, and a wife. Is any of them watching you? Like, what
They
the
don't
fuck
know
are you
what's
doing?
going on. It hasn't been a while because the candles I'm buying now are very efficient. So they're burning at a good rate.
Stepped up his candle game.
All right. So, but again, I'm not. This isn't a work. How are you melting them?
You got to get them out. You bake them in the oven. And then you got to get a fucking.
Shrinky dinks. He's making shrinky dinks.
Yo, man, you just took it. I thought.
Look, man, I was kind of like whatever with this until you just fucking said that.
No, I wasn't.
How
This
else
was
am I supposed to bake them?
I thought
How
you
else am
were
I
doing
supposed
this.
to get them in shape?
I don't know,
I
man.
thought you
This
probably
is,
had
You
like
can do a toaster
so
oven
what
too.
you're
The
saying
toaster oven
is-
works fine.
You're fucking.
toaster oven work.
You're fucking. So the candle.
I mean,
is,
that's another level of work, like you said earlier, that he's going
This
to
is
the
what
place.
I'm saying. So now you're leaving the house, going to fucking John's or whatever the fuck. You get your deal.
John Regal. Jack
You fucking
AMC.
drive your gimmick back, right? You gimmick up the fucking what's left in the thing.
That's right.
With a screwdriver.
With a screwdriver.
Right.
That's going to
Then
eventually
you-
crack that glass. And
Then you bake it and shove the gimmicks from John's in the thing.
Right.
That's so much fucking effort, man.
Yeah.
I am
But you're
without
actually
speech.
going
I
to
would
throw that in the
never-
trash?
Saving
You're
what?
gonna throw
Fucking
that-
$4?
You're going to throw that stuff in the
Gas
trash?
money.
Yeah.
You
Absolutely.
can make a project with your kids that can have some fun.
I thought in my mind, I'm thinking he's doing this in his like little playroom or like his workshop.
I just want to
in
say
private.
that Sicko has his head buried in his hand right now, shaking his head because he's not reacting like we're doing a podcast. He's reacting like, I can't believe this guy is my friend.
I have nothing to. I am speechless. I
No,
am
there's
without
so
speech.
many levels that my mind are blown now that the podcast would go 6 hours.
Absolutely.
I'm serious. Like
Absolutely.
I could go so far with this particular segment that people may be bored because I'm so intrigued. Now, let me explain to you. Now, my brother Lenny, who I've mentioned on songs, and like my close friends all know him. He's the best guy in the world.
What up, Lenny?
Hey, Vinnie Paz.
His wife would have those, those parties where like a bunch of chicks get together and they buy jewelry, or a
Right,
bunch of
right.
chicks get together and they buy
Absolutely.
blah 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 blah.
Like
Back in-
Tupperware?
back in the day. it was Tupperware
yeah,
parties.
back in the day. But like her and her friends, you know what I mean? They're not old, so it's like shit they consider to be like worthwhile. You know what I mean? Someone comes through, they buy gimmicks, they have some wine, whatever. You know what I mean? We'll be watching a fight, they'll be doing the gimmick.
Right.
So-
Demonstration.
Yeah, demonstration.
Thank you.
So, like, it might be 15 years. It's at least 12, 13. Years ago, they had a candle gimmick, a candle demonstration. So, the woman who did this, like the lady who ran it, left this wooden box. You know how like some people that smoke weed have like a nice wooden box
Yeah,
with all
yeah,
their
yeah.
gimmicks in it. I hate
You
weed
put your
culture, so
weed in
yeah.
it.
So I hate that. Yeah, I hate that. But there was this like nice wooden box, and like Pablo, like for whatever, he was over to watch a fight of my brothers and like opened it up. It was like 12 little mini candles, like like the size of a
Samples.
mini candle. Samples. It looked like a 50-cent piece. That's what Bill does to his daughter. Yo, Bill. What up, Bill? Mini candles. Everything is. She gets mad. So they were like the size of a 50-cent piece. Like you can't use them. There was, in fact, no wick. It was to show the gimmicks to the broads at the thing to smell and say, oh, number 2.
This is apple pie.
This is apple pie. I like this fucking gimmick. I'll have 10. See you next week.
Yep.
He takes these.
Stop it.
Asks my brother if he can take them. My brother obviously asks why. He tells my brother, because I'm going to go to this gimmick place, buy wicks, and use them.
Stop it.
He wicked 12 samples.
I think it was more than that, actually.
24 samples.
That's an adjective.
That
Whipped.
I swear, I just made it up.
I like it.
I swear to you, on whatever God you believe in, if you're an atheist, the universe, there's no fucking way this thing burnt more than 25 minutes. And he spent fucking days wicking these things. And when I walked into his house at the time, he would have them lit when I came over with a big smile on his face.
I would never.
God.
Wow.
I would never.
What did it smell like? Did it smell like the forest?
It smelled like the thing for 5 minutes, and then it burnt to the core, and it was a little metal
Get a
tin
whiff.
thing.
It's going out.
Did you scrape those out?
I
too,
agree.
Pablo?
That was a failed experiment. However, it did, I did learn the skills of rewicking.
The skills.
of rewicking. Now, would you say that this particular project led to what is now happening?
Sure.
See,
That's what I'm saying. It
So
was
your
the
family is to blame. Is basically what
I
it
would
comes down
be
to.
my brother. Would be my sister-in-law for leaving this gimmick around. This wooden box that he happened to just be like, oh, I wonder what this is, because Pablo is family to us. He
Absolutely.
is. He can go into my fridge. He don't got to ask my mom.
Absolutely.
He comes over. She feeds him. So he was just like, he wasn't like, yo, can I look at this? He was like, what's this? And he's like, yo, what is this? He was kind of confused,
Right?
Because they were just candles without wicks. Which even when I looked at it, I was like, what purpose does this serve? And she was
is
like,
there anything sadder? A candle without a wick?
Oh my God.
Sad.
The fact that we're using
seems
the word
to be
wick as
like a
verb
candle without a wick.
is sadder to me than that.
What is sadder than a candle without a wick?
What?
A Pablo fucking re-wicking a candle. It seems to me like you live your life like a candle without a wick.
Wow.
And then I bought all those wicks down at Michael's.
Wow.
God, this is fucking great.
So would you like to add anything?
Well, on a side note,
I love the side notes.
fuck, man. Yo, man, this is fucked.
on a positive note,
No?
I don't know yet.
Oh, you
Right.
want
No,
What he just
seriously.
told us is fucked.
Oh, the whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
this-
it's fucked.
Yeah.
you might get yourself a rewick candle for Christmas.
I'm down.
If you
Street breakdown. Oh, I would love to give those out if I could.
What
Find
you
enough
should
free
do
time.
is re-wick these, and then when we get stickers, put the Broad Street Breakdown stickers
I like
on
that.
it, and you have your own line of candles.
I dig that.
You heard me?
Yeah.
Stop enabling him.
No.
This is a sickness. It needs
If
to
he
be
comes,
stopped.
if he wraps one of these and gives it to Friz with a Broad Street Breakdown, and
almost
it's
wanna
melted by
burn-
himself on Christmas,
Oh
You know what the
God.
sickness
Friz
is?
will break it, and we will record it and upload it to the
Yeah.
to the gimmick. To the
I'll buy
website.
that.
The sickness-
BroadStreetBreakdown.com.
The sickness is I would want to buy 5 to burn the rewick to give 1 to Friz.
Oh, my
That's where the logic comes into play.
Do you have a lot of free
illogical.
time?
I'm sorry. Did
You
you
have
just
a
use the
lot.
word logic?
What's your
Logic
what's
and
your
reason
side
said
note?
The
fucking
side note
bye-bye
is-
a long time ago.
Right.
And
The
then
side
we'll
note is on a
videotape the
positive note, the
destruction.
money I saved, the charity I support is Phil Abundance, which is a local food bank. And that money I donated this year, which I donate every year to Phil Abundance. And usually at Christmas time, they find a benefactor that doubles whatever you give. So say I wrote them a check for 100. Now there's 200 for the local Philly food bank.
Yeah, but you're connecting this with being cheap. If you didn't do the re-wicking, you should still give them $200.
I might not be in a position. I might not be in the position to do that.
So over a 52-week year.
Do you have an allotted amount of money for candles that you realize that
If there's a candle budget, I do have a candle budget.
I mean,
no, but the culmination of all the chepness equals the
when
money.
You said that, remember he was mad at you having water bottles last week or something.
I'm giving him dagger eyes looking at them now.
Oh, they're there?
Yeah, there are two of them.
Oh, I don't see them. He was mad. Why were you mad at the water bottles?
Fucking tennis ball head of yours.
Why were you mad at the explain to Friz and to in case anyone missed episode 4?
Because fucking plastic is going to the Pacific Ocean, killing all the animals.
First off, he thinks we live near the Pacific Ocean.
They get there anyway.
Hold on.
Pacific River. It was the Pacific River.
First off, he said it's going into the Pacific River last week. He thought it was the Pacific River. Then we told him it's an ocean, and he thinks that's where we live.
This is just someone who, before you got
Water's
here tonight,
water, man.
when I rolled up, he was like, "Oh, they're building all the gimmicks up there. You know how they knocked all that down and they're putting townhouses up."
Of course.
I said, "Yeah, it's terrible. When I'm driving home from work late at night, there's deer everywhere. They don't know that it's expressway." And he's like, "Fuck them, deer. They deserve to get hit by cars and this, that." And
I will back Pablo on that because a deer almost killed me and Pablo 2 years ago. So I've been anti-deer
I'm
since
with you,
then.
Cousin Frank. The deer don't know where they're at or where they're going.
No, it's like they're being dropped into outer space.
Yeah.
I'm with the blow.
Yeah, what?
Thumbs up.
We almost got killed by a deer fucking 20
I remember
years
that,
ago.
man. But
I got heat, man.
22-year heat.
I hold a grudge.
Man of the people.
Man of the people. So you're,
right.
the people are against deers? Is that what you're telling me, man? Are you telling me that your man of the people gimmick is anti-deer?
Right. Because
I think
the hashtag don't say man of the deer.
There was no mention of deer.
My hashtag is going to be pro-deer, down with Gavin.
You gotta be real careful about that too.
How dare you?
You gotta
Pro-deer, up scumbag.
Oh my god!
You gotta be real careful about your anti-deer because you know who else is anti-deer?
No.
Your boy Hall, Daryl Hall.
Daryl Hall is very anti-deer because he got the Lyme disease gimmick. So he wants to kill every deer in the world. So now you have something with Daryl Hall in common.
I mean, are we doing that now?
No. Gavin, I don't know if I've mentioned on there that Gavin has legit heat with both Daryl Hall and the actor Tim Roth.
I think we've alluded to it.
Right. So he's talked about the old lady gimmick this time. Who did you have heat with last week?
Cheese
sandwich guy.
Right.
Fucker.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
We're debating if we should build to the Daryl Hall and Tim.
Let's say.
Oh no, it's not happening tonight.
No, okay.
What I'm saying, will it be episode 6 or maybe episode 10? I'm teasing.
I wish it was John Oates. I wish you had heat with John Oates.
Really?
Yeah, he could use a little.
Yeah, but nobody cares about
No one cares about Oates.
I-
He looks like Baba Booey.
Exactly.
Baba Booey.
That's all he has.
I'm just saying. If it had to be one of the two, it should be John Oates.
On a side note, wait till you hear that Daryl Hall story.
It's not
that's
that
all,
good.
That's all I'm
it's,
saying.
you know what?
My wife has beef with John Oates. I didn't tell you this.
Well, so that means this crew, this podcast, has heat with Hall and Oates. Would that be
I
true?
guess so.
Would
I
that be a
guess
true
so.
statement?
Hall,
good, Pat.
yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah. Crip didn't know who Hall and Oates were when I played them on tour. Like 4 songs into their best of, he was like, "Who is this?"
You know what? After
Reef was like, "Yo, B, you don't know who fucking Hall and Oates are?" So now everything that I put on that he doesn't know, he asks if this is Hall and Oates. I'll put on the second obituary record. I'll put on the first obituary record.
What up,
slowly,
Crip? What
slowly
up,
we
Reef?
ride. And what up, Reef? What up, Crip? He asks if everything is Hall and Oates if he doesn't know it. But a grown man, mid-30s, from Philadelphia, so are they, doesn't know who Hall and Oates are.
I wish I didn't know who they were.
I mean, would you ever?
Well, I mean, we're keeping it with Pablo because Pablo has been handling the email segments, correct?
Yeah, we're done the Chep. Oh, darn it.
Have we? So there is.
There's plenty more to come.
Gentlemen,
And that
was
Pablo's Cheapo Tip of the Week.
So Pablo and Sicko have been handling the emails that we get. It's BSB
radio
BSB Radio at jmthiphop.com.
jmthiphop.com.
You can hit us there. You can ask us questions on the Facebook page, but just broadstreetbreakdown.com will lead you to everything, essentially.
Exactly. Somebody's always checking it. Somebody's
I'm on
always
Twitter,
reading it.
Vinnie_Paz. I'm on IG, Boxcutter Pazzy. It seems to be that even if we, promote the Broad Street Breakdown stuff, most kids still hit me up. So if you want to do that, that's fine.
Definitely.
We're actually having some good conversations with.
There's some good kids out there, man.
definitely.
Some Dynamite Kid dude on the
the
Twitter
kid,
gig.
the kid. I think he's a Paisan. He looks Boricua. He's either Boricua or Italian. The Dynamite Kid dude.
Like that dude.
Yeah, he's from New York, Brooklyn or Queens, I think. What up, kid? You're a good dude, man. So we've been getting questions really from everywhere.
Some good questions.
Yeah,
too.
Twitter,
I like it.
Facebook, the email that we've given out. I guess. So you've been going through them, correct, Pete?
Oh, yep.
And
They're getting better.
So would a lot of them are like aimed at me in music, and it's just kind of boring, right? Like
Some of them are that, and some of them they give you the props. Like you save my life. Everything's
Yeah, that's
I
beautiful
listen to you
shit.
Get through my day, and I forward you some I don't. Some
that's
this is
what
mostly for
Jan does
questions,
too.
but-
Like we're about business, but like when someone says something really nice like that, and forward my
heads
way.
can send that. It's going to get the pass. So what I'm saying,
of course,
don't feel
of
like
course. But
you went on deaf
But you and
ears.
Sicko like taking the ones that are most apropos for this show
Sure.
and the sensibilities of the show.
We kind of feel that there's a whole part of your personality that we all know that a lot of people who listen to you probably don't know about, and they probably have questions.
Sure.
Regarding stuff like that. So we figure here's your chance.
Yeah, any question that's music related, you could probably YouTube an interview and probably
Sure.
find the answer.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And when it's a really good one, Gavin or one of you guys will find it and be like, "Yo, this isn't so stupid. It's pretty all right."
Exactly.
So once again, the BSB email poll, a whopping 98% agree with the man of the people in saying, "Fuck, do make my sandwich."
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
The people have spoken.
98% means that 2 people think you're a fucking jerk job. What do you think about those 2%?
We always get a 2 thumbs down on everything.
But what do you think about those 2%, OG?
I don't think about them, man.
You don't?
I
You're
wanna
not
know-
mad at them?
No.
On a side
Sorry.
note, I want to know
them.
who the 2 people are that keep giving us thumbs down on the YouTube.
Yeah, who
videos.
is it?
It's there's always 2 thumbs down and like 9,000 thumbs up.
Me and Friz.
2 fucking, you know who does? You know who gives us 2 thumbs down? 2 fucking blowjobs.
2
that
fucking
jadruls that fucking got nothing better to do, and I slap God out of them in fucking
I mean,
person.
you-
Because
it's
if
not
you're
even
giving
on
us
my
a thumbs
radar.
down, don't fucking listen, you fucking jerk
it
job.
along. It's very simple.
Move it along, man. Life ain't
Very
that complicated.
Exactly. Thank you.
Don't make me throw the band down.
Yeah, I mean,
Gavin's handing out bands
Gavin's
like-
handing out bands like it's fucking going out of style.
Exactly.
All right, Frizz, first question.
Oh wow.
Oh boy,
Good.
here we go.
Let's go.
This one's from Minus D. What is your favorite handgun and rifle?
Ooh, I like that.
Guy?
I am a rifle
Right?
guy. Yeah.
I like this, and even though I know I'm interested because maybe you've changed your because we've just recently talked about this. If you remember,
It's kind of a hard question, the handgun part of it, at least, because
name a few. Pontificate.
if I had to carry a handgun for use, let's say the shit hit the fan and the world went to shit. If I had to carry a handgun for use, I would carry a Glock, only because it's the highest selling handgun in the world. In a pinch, everybody, you could find parts for them, magazines.
Least likely to jam.
Least likely to jam. Yeah, if the shit was hitting the fan for dependability for how many clips I own, it would be a Glock. My favorite gun to shoot at the range, and like if I'm carrying on a night on the town, I would carry a Heckler & Koch, probably a compact USP 45. Rifle wise, for anything, I'm carrying probably a Heckler & Koch 5.56 or a Sig Sauer 5.56, chambered in 5.56, which is good because you can also shoot 223 through it, which is slightly smaller. There's really no difference. But yeah, absolutely a 5.56 rifle, either the Heckler & Koch 5.56 or the Sig Sauer 5.56.
Right on.
That's my choice.
All right.
Next question from our boy.
I'm shooting the Barrett Rec 7.
I'm sorry,
All over the
Paz.
fucking place. No, I'm sorry. When shit pilot, when Friz said if shit hits the fan.
What about your favorite Stand by the Revolver?
Well, as my father said many, many years ago, God rest in peace, Pops. If you're carrying something, carry a revolver, because if you shoot a revolver and shoot a motherfucker with a revolver, there was no mistake.
Nope.
When people talk that shit about, oh, my shit went off, they're all the Taurus, the Glocks, the semis, with people that don't know how to use them. When you hear those horror stories of a little kid shooting themselves and all of that shit, it's never a fucking snub-nosed 38.
Never.
It takes a real motherfucker to pop it. You have to have intent. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no mistakes.
Can you explain why
You
that
don't
is?
shoot anybody by mistake.
Well,
with
essentially a revolver. I mean, you're talking about. The head. Like what me and Frank are talking about, the shit we shoot at the range. They're hair triggers, man. You tap them, pop, 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 pop. You're licking them off. It takes strength to pop off.
When it's chambered, when a semi's chambered, you're talking about like a 2-3 pound. I have one of my Glocks work. The trigger's like a 1 pound pull. You could sneeze and it'll go off.
Yeah, I mean, you have that
A
shit around your
revolver-
child. You should have your child taken from you.
A
You know what I mean?
revolver, if it's not cocked back, that's like a 4 or 5 pound.
Yeah, I was
going
gonna say 6 or 7.
Yeah,
With some, you know what I mean?
It's very heavy. There's no mistake. Yeah.
You can it's sitting right next to me right now. You know what I mean? And it's
always ready to rock.
It's
usually pointed at me.
No, it is actually. Sorry, I'll turn it that way.
I keep my mom.
I'm
home all the
asking.
time
I've
with a
never
revolver.
touched a gun.
They're
I've never
always
held a
ready to
gun.
go.
That's- I'm asking that
Yes,
curiosity.
yeah. So go ahead, P. I'm sorry.
All right. Who's the boy that did all the artwork this week?
Josh.
Josh, question for you from your boy Josh.
What up, Josh?
What up, Josh?
Mr.
Love
Man of the
Josh.
People.
That's right.
What height is proper height of tall socks to wear with your shorts?
Whoa!
Oh, that's heavy.
I like that.
That's the whoa.
So yeah, I might like to interject here to Mr. Josh. I am also a proponent of the high sock gimmick, but Gavin does the Cholo gimmick and they're white. I do the black gimmick.
And
Proceed.
Go ahead.
It depends. All right. Honest answer, it depends how hot it is out. If it's not too hot, the higher the better. Almost up to the knee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's like 85 out, mid leg, like calf.
Mid calf.
If it's fucking, once it gets over 90, all bets are off. Then I'm doing the fucking jock short sock thing.
Okay.
I like my gimmick tonight.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any particular brand?
No, I switch it up every time I gotta go buy them.
Whatever the
Interesting.
chinos have is the answer.
Former Mills.
The correct answer is
No,
whatever the chinetos have.
honestly, it's whatever's at the counter when I buy a new pair of sneakers.
There you go.
Interesting.
Yeah, for me it's
I
like
don't have I don't have a thing
Right.
with that.
There you go, Josh. There's your
yeah, for
question
me it's
answered.
whatever the chinos, whatever they have on. You know what I'm saying?
In the
whatever
basket by
They,
the-
yeah,
yeah,
because
yeah.
I mean the tees. I wear two types of tees and whatever socks the chinos have: the long gimmicks and then the jock gimmicks.
Right.
On tour, you must throw away about 100 new T-shirts and 100 new pairs. Of
Yeah, well, however long I am on tour, that's how many T-shirt and socks get thrown out.
They stay.
brand
They
new.
stay in the hotel room.
Yo, I have ladies that clean the room chasing me down the hall with their T-shirt. And I'm like, no, lady, keep it.
Vin's like, no, I'm not going to sign it for you. And they're like, no, take it.
yeah. That's
You forgot your T-shirt.
yeah. That's what happens like most of the time.
This one's for everybody. The kind of cat's out of the bag.
Okay.
So we need some explaining to do, Lucy.
Okay.
From our man Jimmy.
He's doing
That
Ricky
was
Ricardo,
awesome.
man.
That was awesome.
He just Ricky Ricardo.
Well
us,
done,
man.
sir. Well done.
All right. Our boy Jimmy asks, can someone please elaborate on what gimmick means?
Oh,
I thought it was similar to jawn, and now I don't think that's right.
This is great. Gavin is going to take this on. I respect that it's aimed at all of us, but I'm going to pass to the OG.
Most qualified.
At this point, gimmick is similar to jawn.
And I agree with that. I was going to right from the rip say
Yeah.
it's not so far from jawn.
Right.
Because jawn is everything.
Right.
As
Just
anyone
like-
in Philly knows jawn is everything. Jawn is a girl. A cigarette's a jawn.
A gun is
We're
Jawn
doing a
is a
Jawn
jawn.
cast.
Yeah.
When I first started hearing jawn, it was initially it was about a girl. A girl was a jawn at first, and then it developed into everything. So it's the same thing with gimmick. Gimmick was very specific. it was your thing, like whatever your thing was.
Well, explain where
Like
it came
your-
from, because he doesn't know at all, I don't think.
Who, dude? Okay. Well, it comes from wrestling. So if somebody has, like Ric Flair's robe was his gimmick, like the Nature Boy was his gimmick. Your fucking cruising T-shirt, that's your gimmick.
Kiss's
Fuck yeah,
makeup
it
was
is.
their gimmick.
Yeah,
Kiss's makeup was his gimmick.
But it developed into everything now. You can also gimmick something.
It became a verb, and not like John, it became
it's everything.
and everything.
Yeah.
You could be sitting down having a meal from what I get from it, and if there's hot sauce on the table, I'd say, Pass me
the gimmick. I like
gimmick.
that gimmick on top of my.
Because I
On
need
top
to
of my
gimmick
gimmick.
up my.
And then you can gimmick something up.
Yeah, you can gimmick
Yo,
a
pass
John.
me the salt so I can gimmick up my gimmick.
Gimmick up my
Right.
jawn.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Which John also replaced the long ago used Chumpy. which was
Yes.
a
Well,
Philly
if
name.
I miss Chumpy.
as Gavin so eloquently explained gimmick, I would like to explain that John is actually the Philly slang pronunciation of when New York was saying joint.
Yep.
Yo, that's the new hot joint.
Yep.
Yo, that's the da-da-da joint. Da-da-da joint. The Philly enunciation of it, it morphed from joint to John. Yo, that's a hot John. That's a blah, blah, blah. And then like Gavin said, it was for a while like, yo, that John looks good, talking about a female. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But
Then it became just an all-purpose
yo,
pronoun.
and I've also noticed that, I don't know if y'all have, people are saying it everywhere with no homage paid.
Yeah, I know.
To Phil, like, it's
What?
boss. Yo, it's the,
Yeah.
Yo, like people write me like from wherever, like, yo, on that Johnny you did, rattle. That Johnny you did, I'm like, yo, man, like,
You're from like Switzerland.
yeah, like, no, you can say it. It ain't we, but like, pay hard, like, yo,
Right, absolutely.
yeah, I mean, there's a long-standing joke amongst our squad, Official Pistol or whatever, whoever we're called, BSB, Army of the Pharaohs, whatever, that a Philadelphian can have a conversation using the words "boy," "John," "nah mean," and "nah I'm saying," without using anything else. I was with the boy and the John, or we was at the "yeah I mean." Come on, son, and the "yeah I'm saying." Oh, with the boy. Yeah, with the John, and everyone knows what they're talking about.
Yep.
Would anyone dispute that can happen?
Absolutely not.
I mean, it's the same thing with gimmick now. Give me the gimmick so I can gimmick up my gimmick.
Yeah,
Exactly.
of course.
And if you're in the know, you know.
Right, but I feel that that's much more contained with us than it is
Definitely.
outside of wrestling. I mean, if we're talking to Austin and say that, he knows what we're saying.
I really understood it the night of your last Philly show because I called OG on the phone and I was like, I'm coming through the front. I wasn't at the Trock in a while, remember? And I was like, are they frisking?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, leave your gimmicks at home. He's like, we're gimmicked up
It's
enough
funny.
in here.
It's funny. We both went into that show with our gimmicks because you weren't there to come in the back with us.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, yo. You know what I mean? So we went in. I performed on stage strapped.
I remember. I was on the side stage and you
Yeah,
flashed
I
me
had
the
you
jaw.
laughing. I was like, it's funny if these 1,200 kids knew that I was strapped right now, they'd probably break the fuck north. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I told you didn't need your gimmicks.
Yeah, I was
We
like,
were
you
all
don't need your
gimmicked up.
gimmicks because we got our gimmicks. There's plenty of gimmicks here because it was like the backstage was all goons.
And that was the Broad Street Breakdowns lesson in etymology.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Next question.
Good question. Last question is from a good friend of ours, Mr. Correct.
Here we go.
Oh, God.
His question is for Professor Pablo.
What is it? Who?
Correct.
Professor Pablo?
Professor, it's a late night.
You're asking yourself a question.
Yes, and he asked many a question, which I will answer because I ain't scared
You're
of this
the professor.
motherfucker. Fuck him. His first question is, Pablo, do you remember your first blowjob and how did it taste?
Monster Pop.
Wow.
Monster Pop.
Wow.
So I initially yeah.
That's heat,
Monster
man.
Pop.
That's heat.
That's heat.
This
That's heat.
motherfucker, man.
He's saying
He's
he
bringing
wants
the
heat.
heat.
He wants heat. So
All right, so you
I
got
was
it.
hating on him, right? And I thought it was funny, but I was hating on him. But then I was like, why hate on this bull, right?
Yeah.
This bull is following his dreams. He bought himself a fucking bus ticket. He went out to fucking Vegas, right?
Yeah.
To become a fucking boxing coach or whatever. Yeah. So he's working his way up. He's fucking cleaning the ring. He's the fucking water boy. He's fucking wiping down the fucking the punching
water
bags
boy?
and shit. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then they let him in the ring to fucking jump around like a fucking jackrabbit. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. But he's living his dream, so I ain't gonna hate on him.
Oh man!
And there's always this like folklore with boxers that like there's like no sex before the match, right? For how long?
Yeah, I mean that's some OG shit. But
so we got to give a little hand release every now and then. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's got to do.
Oh my!
To become a boxing coach. That's whatever.
So that was an implication that he's jerking off fighters.
What I heard, he's on his way to get to the top.
Fighters.
So he's giving hand jobs to fighters.
Where's this going?
What just happened? Yo, literally, I was like, yeah, this is hilarious, and then it just got dark. Like it got morbid.
Oh, wait to hear the other questions he asked for me.
Okay,
he just cut like a Foley promo.
He did. Yeah. He cut a ECW for Foley.
Good for you. Well done.
Yeah, good for you.
Cool.
And I was going to answer I was looking at this one all week.
Okay.
And I was like, fuck this motherfucker. I'm going to say,
right.
Yeah, I like to suck dick. Blah, blah, blah. See what I had like.
Man. What the fuck is going on, man? Fucking fuck.
Where are we going with this?
Jesus, man.
This show should appeal to all masses.
This is for all masses.
I'm done.
Yo, it's fucking grim, man. It's grim.
I'm done.
So,
like,
crush my head.
Next week, the questions are going to be like.
Right.
Go ahead.
So,
It might not even be in next
and then I actually dissected it, and I actually have a good first blowjob story and a first taste joke, good taste joke story.
All right,
but I'm not going to
hear
tell. I ain't telling him tonight. He pissed me off.
Tell
we're
me
not,
later.
we're not hearing tonight.
Tell me later.
Wait, so
I'll ask you next week if you want to hear one or the other, and we'll play it like that.
All right. I mean, you got to
If
keep
you
it
forget.
notes. You better remember because
I got it. It's all locked. It's logged into memory.
I mean, I'm a little bit stunned, shocked, appalled.
What just happened?
I don't know. I honestly am a little bit dizzy.
Did not see that coming.
I didn't see it coming. He went to a real grim place.
Do that word.
Yeah.
I'm not the one that hates Star Wars.
Thank you.
Matt, let I remind you.
God.
You got a car crash one?
No, but I got.
You got the
bomb. But I don't think that bomb. I just think it's fucked. It's grim, man. It's real grim.
That's real.
All right, then.
Real grim.
And on that's the mailbag. Hey, keep sending them.
Send your questions to bsbradio@jmthiphop.com.
That was the mailbag.
BroadStreetBreakdown.com. That was the mailbag. Like meet George Jetson.
Yeah.
That was the mailbag. I like that.
we
Gimmick
get
that up.
letters.
We'll gimmick that.
Lots of letters.
Gimmick that right up.
Well, I guess actually, you know, we keep hearing from people, and it's really cool to do something that we love to do with the podcast, and then hear from people because then
It's awesome, and I'll break kayfabe here for a second. I'm enjoying some of these conversations I'm having with some people who are emailing in. I had a whole wrestling thing with this dude the other day. Went back and forth for a good hour about wrestling.
Yeah, man. That kid on the Dynamite Kid guy on Twitter.
Yeah, I
was
had one
with
with this dude on Facebook. I can't remember his name though.
But one thing that I keep hearing from kids is, well, obviously the lists were essentially we started doing a little recommendations gimmick, but the lists episodes were kind of recommendations in and of themselves,
pretty much,
because we were putting over our favorite records. So I got a lot of kids saying, "Oh, I never knew about these records that you talked about. I checked them out. Good looking." Or I need to peep that. And then the recommendations, I got a ton of like people, every TV show that everyone mentioned,
right?
Everything that everyone mentioned, I've heard at least from someone that they checked that out.
Nice. That's dope.
So
Justin Harwood is my boy's name.
Okay,
talk some good wrestling. I also had a good conversation with my man Lewis Barnes too. He's a good dude.
Nice. So I guess we'll reiterate. I guess every time we do this, we have to sort of break things down as if someone is listening for the first time. Sure. I think that would be most logical. So with every little segment, like we towards the end of the show, we do recommendations, and obviously everyone here is deeply rooted in music, so we're trying to give recommendations that it may be a book, it may be a film, a TV series, an album,
anything you're into that week. Yeah. Whatever it is.
Whatever. I mean, it could
old or new. There's no time frame.
Yeah,
on it.
I mean, it's. You know, I'm not going to tell someone to go listen to the Sex Pistols because that's
right.
They should be listening to the Sex Pistols
should have already. Yeah.
But if there's a re-release with bonus tracks, I might throw that out there. That's just me. If there's a movie that comes out that's classic, but it has a dope DVD with bonus shit,
Sure.
I might mention that. You know what I mean? It could be gear. It could be, yo, did you see the new Jordans? They're crazy. It's a different colorway. It could be anything.
Could be.
So it could be. Well, put 6, 7. So as far as recommendations are concerned, you mentioned to me earlier that you weren't particularly ready for this.
No, I mean,
are you ready now?
Sure.
No, because I'm trying to do a gimmick where I rotate each week what direction I swing the gimmick.
So the jawn goes this way.
So I was going to, but if you're not ready and you need to get it together,
I got the deal.
Get it together, Scott.
So you mentioned a television show, I think.
Well, that's the thing.
Was
It's funny. It's like I realized that this is like the third like visual thing or television thing or series that I'm recommending because
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's what you're into.
Basically, becomes I work 12 hours a day in the studio. And
Wow, this guy's on fire. He's on
trying
fire
to get-
tonight, man.
He's trying to get his heat back.
Yeah, he is.
Stella got his heat back.
Everybody went
Anyway,
and got popcorn with the fucking email thing. Now,
the point is, after listening to music for 12 hours or working on it, I just want to go home and like
Agreed.
hear human voices. or
Agreed.
something, you know what I mean?
Agreed.
So this week I found something called on the Science Channel called Secret Space Escapes. Ooh. And it's about all of the space programs, Russian or US or whatever it happens to be.
it's all work.
And these, it probably is, but it's fascinating, and it's like not the thing you want to watch before you go to bed because it's fucking stress. It's like you realize these people are like millions of miles, a long way from Earth.
Yeah.
And shit's going deadly wrong.
Never
like
happened.
really terrible. Maybe
I'm
so.
popping for that.
I'm trying to pop you.
No, I am, but then now after the second time, Kubrick did it all. Kubrick's responsible for every move. There isn't even a moon.
There's
no moon.
For
There's no
anybody who's
moon.
not a conspiracy theorist.
I convinced Jackie at one point that I didn't believe the moon exists.
Nice.
Like that it was real.
Nice.
I was like, it's not fucking real. It's not fucking real. And she believed me for like 20 minutes.
After Thanksgiving,
And I'm still not sure if it's real or not.
I find
but
that rather hard to
kinda-
believe.
After Thanksgiving night, I had my 2-year-old nephew. He was yelling at the moon for whatever reason. He was going.
Oh, I didn't have her. Don't mistake me. I didn't have her convinced that it wasn't real. I had her convinced
that you believe.
I believe that it's not
Yeah,
real,
yeah.
which I'm not 100% that it is real.
I agree with that.
Thank you.
Anyway,
Continue.
for
Scott.
my geek brethren out there,
No, it sounds dope, but as you said, it might make me real nervous.
Yeah, it's
Any
crazy.
gimmicks where you're far, hate nervous.
yeah.
Hate the nervous.
It's a lot of that.
Yeah,
It's
hate
like the
nervous.
real life version of Gravity, the movie.
Yeah, well,
Or film.
I have
Nice. Well done.
I have
Well played, sir.
I have enough stress in my life watching The Leftovers.
I know. It makes me the nervous.
I'm starting that this weekend.
Anything else? No,
I'm good. That's what I got.
Good. No, it's dope. No. I'm going to check it as well. But it'll make out of the nervous. I got to wait for Leftovers to start.
Yeah.
Professor Pablo, do you have a recommendation this week? Okay.
So I'm a TV show guy.
Okay.
This show was on the USA Network over the summer.
iRobot.
Mr. Robot.
Mr. Robot.
Yeah.
Oh, iRobot was the gimmick with
Yeah.
Will Smith. I have heard every time me and Gavin push Leftovers, the first response from every kid on Twitter is, "Do you watch
watch
Mr.
that?
Robot?"
Right.
I mean, it was insane. I mean, I'm a computer guy by day, so a lot of lingo I got. But
Okay.
the dude's essentially like a computer professional by day.
Okay.
and then
Dancer
like,
by night.
and then I fucking
No, I honestly do want to hear
Welder
this
by
because
day.
I'm shocked at how many people are telling me I have to peep it. You knowing me, do you think I would like it, or you think because
yeah. So here's the deal, right?
it's
so
on USA, man. Like I need darkness. I need grim.
They curse on it.
Okay.
They bleep fuck is the only thing they bleep out.
All right.
The one scene, the
Christian
dude-
Slater's in it, right?
Yeah.
All right.
The one scene, the dude's banging another dude.
Whoa,
You
man.
kind of see the whole thing on USA Network.
What is this?
Why are you
Well, there's
Yeah,
a new-
man, I'm
there's
not
a-
as concerned that they let it happen. I'm concerned that stuck with you.
Oh, I could watch it all
I'm
day.
concerned that
There
there's a
seems to
theme
be-
running through all of his material
I
tonight.
don't fucking. I know sell his gay gimmick. Man. He tries to fucking be shocking with the gay,
It's a
and I
gimmick.
don't give a fuck whether he's gay or not. And I don't. I sell the. I don't. No sell it. No sell it.
No, so. All right.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
just saying, like, he's being real suspect, man. Like, I'm having.
All I'm saying is when you're watching like a show and
It's
you're
a work.
it's USA Basic Cable and two dudes are going at it. hardcore. That's fucking shocking, man.
No, I didn't say it wasn't shocking.
Yeah.
I'm saying that you're trying to sell me on this show.
That's only
and what's stuck
that's
with
one
you
scene.
is
Right.
the fucking
That's one
dude
scene.
doing some.
But-
You're talking about sodomites.
What I don't know what that means, but
Yes. I'll pop on
I'm popping for that.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
pop
yeah.
for that. All right, all right.
so the dude fucking has a job by day, and then he hacks people at night. So if like you bump into him, he
Oh, I
feels a certain
saw a
type of way.
commercial for this.
So have I,
actually.
because it's
Yeah.
during Raw.
Right.
But everyone's
right.
saying that if me and you are leftover marks, we should be watching this. And I'm no selling that.
Yeah.
So unless he sells me right now, this is his platform. From it's on demand, I would assume, right? so I could rip through the season.
You
And
should be able. It's like
2 days or
I think it's
something.
10 episodes.
Yeah, that's I
Yeah.
like that. All right.
Are we gonna flip
Are you
the floor?
familiar with this, Frank?
I don't know what it is.
I have
Sicko?
no idea what he's even
No,
talking
Stallone?
about.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the trailers. I didn't catch
Yeah.
it, but yeah.
And I don't have to ask Gavin because we talk about shows all day.
Oh.
So
All right,
he'll hack people and be like, oh, you're doing some shady shit. And then he'll confront the person, be like, yo, I know you're cheating on your wife. Tell her now, or I'm gonna give her all the files. I hacked in all your shit. And in
So
the
he
meantime,
but he's blackmailing them for money?
no, just because he's like,
He's
you need to
just
live
loped out.
you need to live a righteous life. In the meantime, he is paranoid and he's delusional and he's on heavy meds, like heavy fucking psychotic meds. So sometimes he doesn't even know if he actually did it. So then he meets Christian Slater, who's like, yo, join my hacker organization. We're going to bring down a credit card company, wipe this shit clean like the fucking David Fincher movie.
Yeah, yeah.
So he starts doing that, but then he has second thoughts. So they're doing all kinds of hacker bullshit that is cool, I guess. But in the meantime, this other executive's trying to make it climb the ladder in this fucking company they're trying to bring down.
Okay.
And it's all like, they call it like Evil Corp. It's kind of like based on a couple companies and like
Okay.
all that. And this guy's doing crazy shit, and he's kind of affiliate. They don't say, but he's like affiliate with like Eastern European mafia something.
Okay,
but they
like
don't-
some Hungarian
so it gets to some
goons.
secret like. So now you're talking about like secret societies on like all levels.
Okay.
Like the hood level and at like corporation level. And it gets like real crazy. And like, again, he fucking wigs out. He self-medicates. His neighbor's like a drug dealer / hooker. And there's all kinds of stuff. The sex is hot. You know what I'm saying? The drugs is hot. But anyway, the shit that goes down is crazy, especially for USA Channel. So much that the season finale was going to happen like the day of some shitty massacre that happened in July or August.
Okay.
So they're like,
I
we're
heard
not
about
playing the
that.
episode. They
Yeah.
they're fucking, you're ready to sit down for the season finale. Screen comes up. Due to the events, the fucking shit that's going on in the world.
Whoa.
And out of respect to the family, we're not playing this episode.
Wow.
Watch last week's, and you're like, yo, this shit's getting real now that like TV's and realities.
Adhering to, it's all blurred.
It was fucking crazy.
Did they
man.
eventually play the
Yeah.
episode?
Yeah, they played it the following week.
Okay, word.
But it's crazy. Like it's intense, especially for USA. It was really impressive.
Mr.
I think it was the most
It's
watched.
quite the tensest.
It was the most watched show I think in USA when they set some record or whatever.
word?
And the relationship between him and Christian Slater and other people is crazy when you find out what's going on at the end. And it's all because his fucking mind is fucking out of
So
control.
it's one season, 10 episodes?
Yeah.
Cool.
Are you?
I'm in.
Have you been sold, Gavin?
You watch it first and let me know.
What the fuck is that kind of shit, man?
We'll flip a coin.
I'm the
We'll flip
Vinnie
a coin.
Pig?
No, we'll flip a coin.
All right. We'll flip a coin on air if someone has one before we're done.
I might have one.
So
It was fucking good to go. Yeah.
good, yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
My
Sicko.
up?
Do you have?
So I actually brought mine with me because I wanted to see if I could pop the room with
This
this.
fucking show and
Okay.
tell.
Oh,
think,
yeah. Whoa, he's got a
I
thing.
think if
He's got
you
gimmicks.
might actually have owned this. Y'all know about it. It's a giant book. It's the collection. It's called My Rules.
Yes, I do own this.
It's the Glennie
Amazing.
Friedman photo book. It's gigantic. It weighs like 400 pounds. It's got, if you don't know who Glennie Friedman is,
Well, if you don't know who he is, you're a sucker. But proceed.
right. But we're
For the youngins out there, Glennie Friedman did a lot of the Def Jam stuff.
the most iconic
Photography.
skate pictures, punk rock pictures, hardcore pictures, hip hop, and it's all blown up. It's giant. There's not much to read in it. It's great. It's just all pictures,
All glossy.
and
like,
they're
fucking beautiful.
beautiful. I mean, the music
From
ranges.
Beastie Boys to the cover, it takes a nation of millions. To, he did
Rollins, Black Flag is all up in it. Minor Threat, Bad Brains,
Ice T.
Ice T. I'm just flipping through it at random.
Dogtown stuff.
Dogtown stuff, Slick Rick, like it's
Ice
just-
Cube.
everybody you can think of. And for Pablo, it's the makeup.
Yeah, I love it.
So, and it's just awesome. It's a great collection of photographs that like will live on forever and kind of represent so much shit, and it's beautiful. And if you've got the money to get it, go fucking get it because you need it on your bookshelf.
Agreed 1,000,000%.
Gee, you got me the Fuck You Too one, I think, one year. That's got a lot of stuff. It's not as big as that book.
Right.
But, I mean...
If I'm not mistaken, that was the first collection that he put out.
Right.
And then he did Fuck You and then Fuck You Too, which was the second part of that second book.
Yeah, I think that slipped. I think that passed me by, and then Danny Boy from House of Pain, La Coca, was like, "Yo,
yeah,
I know you're a Glennie Friedman mark. You peeped the book, right?" And I was like, "Huh?" And I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, this shit is official. Like,
all
it's
day.
one thing, because we grew up seeing a lot of these pictures in tiny little magazines. Here,
they're
blown up. They're perfect.
Yeah, I mean,
huge,
honestly, I'm thinking about buying a few copies and framing and pulling out some of the pages and framing them.
Wow, that's heavy. Yeah, I would do that.
Because they're not only the ones that made the album covers, the shoots.
It's
the stuff that he did for Tribe was never for an album cover.
Right. Yeah,
you know what I mean.
He's got good frames. Michaels has good frames.
He's got shots of Cornell West in here. Like, it just runs the gamut.
Yeah, Noam Chomsky.
Yeah, it's not just music. It's not just skateboard. It's everything. It's every little bit of counterculture, and he's been around forever. So the shit goes back to the late '70s. So it's dope. It's dope. If you can get it. Especially if you dig iconic photography.
Cousin Frank, are you gonna do yeah, I know we know you're gonna do that, but it's gonna be a jerk off recommendation.
Well, it's pretty cool. I think it is. For everybody that's into cool stuff, especially if you're into cars. I've been stuck on this YouTube video all week. They released a.
This is great.
They released a. It's actually by BMW, the car maker. It's their official campaign for the new BMW 7 Series.
It's so dope. So I'm co-signing this.
The car is unbelievable. I won't give too much away about it. When you go to YouTube, type in the all-new BMW 7 Series, and it'll come up. It'll say all you need to know, new BMW 7 Series. One of the things it does is it backs up out of your driveway by itself with the remote and parks itself. If you get out of your car and your car isn't back enough, you just hit the remote control key and it'll either go up or go back.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
And what I'm telling you, that's nothing compared to what else it does. So check it out. Just
your
type
neighbors
in
will hate you.
Yeah, just type in new BMW 7 Series. On
Something
YouTube.
tells me if you have the scuttle for that car, your neighbors won't hate you.
No, absolutely not.
You probably don't have neighbors. You got that kind of.
Oh,
Yeah, really.
My recommendation is a little weird.
Shocker.
Is it?
I'm going to recommend Uber. I just got hip. I've taken it 3 times since I got hip.
Oh, my God.
And I fucking love it.
What's it called?
Uber.
I'm going to... My mother thinks
this
it's
a
called...
band?
B. How do you?
Whatever.
My mother thinks it's called
dare you,
goober,
Scott.
by the way.
Right.
My mom calls it goober.
She's right.
That's what she thinks it's called.
She's right.
I would like to make fun of you, but on this last tour, I
took
used
that
it all the
shit.
time. Me and Pablo took it.
Met a lot of nice people.
It's the best thing ever, especially because I fucking hate cabs.
Me too.
And going full circle here, I had to take a fucking cab this week with the traffic thing. And I vowed that I was never taking a fucking cab again.
How about when
I
we
got
went
smartened
we went to the charity jawn? The boy was like, "I don't have change." The cab bull. And I was like, "Fuck this,
Motherfucker.
man. Let's take Uber next time."
Yeah, trying to work workers, man.
Yeah.
If I never
We ain't
take
no
another
marks.
cab again.
You know what I mean? He thought we were fucking marks.
Uber gets fucking. They give you a bottle of water. Cars are clean.
Yeah.
I love it's the best technology.
Can someone explain to me? I know nothing about Uber. How does it work? What's the deal? Why is it better than
You put
cabs?
the app on your phone.
Right. So you can only do it. It's not like you can pick up a phone and call. You have to do an app.
That's for
Yeah.
gyms, man. It's for
Then
gyms.
when you hit the app, right, say you're at your apartment, it'll show you all the cars that are Uber drivers sitting around your crib
Let me
waiting
tell you- yeah, and
to
let me
scoop
tell you
you
something.
That's a little creepy.
and
I
how
ha-
many minutes they're away from you.
I 3 times now, and each time they were at my house in a minute.
Wow.
I got no time to wait, man. I got shit to do.
You call a cab. If you call a cab, you never know if it's going to show up.
Fucking hour
No,
later.
they have no-
Fucking dirty.
Some
disgusting.
motherfucker making me car sick.
Hate it.
with the heat on.
And
Awful.
their
Smells
codes, their codes are different than cabs. The cars are always crazy nice. You have to have a new car to do it.
Yeah.
It has to be constantly clean. Then there's levels. You can pick the level above the normal one, and it has to be. You could pick a black Benz.
Yeah.
You can pick an SUV. You can. All these are options on there, and it's always.
And they know you, you know them, so they have your face because your profile set up. The credit card, jawn, gimmick happens, so there's no money
And you know their
transactions.
name when they come and scoop you. It says blah 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 is coming to scoop you.
You could text them, call
You
them.
can text them.
And
call.
it's cheaper than a fucking
And I
cab.
was gonna say,
It's
it's
cheaper.
gotta be cheaper than
I
a
took
cab,
one
right?
from the kids' school.
Because cabs are fucking ridiculous.
When me and Xavier were up at school doing the little one's parent teacher thing, because it was a whole thing. But me and him were up there. We took an Uber home. So from school to my house, where you know where school is,
Right.
and then to my house, $6.
Love it.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
That's like a $15, $20 cab ride.
It's probably $11
I mean,
cab ride.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's about right. Because I would do the cab from home to studio, and it'd be about
Right.
that. Now, if I take Uber, because I take it a lot now, give wifey the car, Uber X, it'll cost me $6.
$6
That's what
a
I'm
year.
saying,
It's-
man.
And it's like regulated, so like a dude's not gonna pop up out of nowhere and like murk you. Like they know who
Oh,
their
I
drivers
wish
are.
they'd
They know
try.
how to.
I want them to try, and B, I don't know that a cabbie's going to do that, so I don't know.
Yeah, like why wouldn't a cab guy do it?
I mean,
as opposed
you
to-
Well,
can.
because
people
they're
are
all,
people.
it's all licensed by the city.
Yeah,
and
Yeah,
like
but
this.
Travis
though?
Bickle can get a fucking license. Who I don't know
Apparently, all you need is face.
a face.
You know
Yeah,
what's
cab
fucked up now?
license.
I was thinking of
Never
my
get in a
telephone
cab
number.
now because there's Uber in Philly.
Yeah.
That means that all of the former cab drivers are now working for Uber or Lyft. And the only people who left driving cabs are people who don't own a car or
Yeah.
can't get a license or whatever the fuck
Or
it is.
more maybe be here legally or something like that.
Something-
I know this
Just-
this OG that Jackie tattoos, and he's a heavy, right? And he was away for a long time, and you know he's a heavy dude. But back in the day when he was doing the business, his gig was driving a cab
Yeah.
when he wasn't committing
Right.
crimes. And he said every cab driver in the world high on dope. Every one of them.
Absolutely.
Every one of them.
Absolutely.
Like I'd rather have some nice young lady come pick me up and drive me to fucking where
I'll
I gotta
take that
go.
all day.
You know what I'm saying?
And the sicko, while you're waiting for them to pick you up, you punch in the destination.
I'll pop on
You
that.
could essentially not even speak English to this motherfucker, and they'll
I like
get you
that.
from point A to point B,
I like
and
that.
it's all gravy.
And apparently Google spent like something like a ridiculous amount of money making this app as it's better than any GPS that you could imagine.
Cool.
It's so precise.
Well, there you go. I'm sold on your recommendation.
Oh, fuck a cab.
Okay.
As my mom said, goober all day.
I thought you were gonna say, as my mom said, "Fuck a cat."
My mom was like, fuck a cab, man.
And on that note,
Yeah, so I have two recommendations only because the first one I'm going to do it very quick. The first, and again, I'm going to make it quick, is David Spade just put out a new book. It's called Almost Interesting. It's fucking hilarious. I've read a lot of books that are supposed to be funny, and they are funny. I've read a lot of books from comedians, a lot of books that are supposedly funny, and they are. But I actually laughed out loud during this whole book. He starts at the beginning, goes into stand up, into SNL and meeting Farley, onto Tommy Boy, and then onto that. It's fucking hilarious. It's a quick read. It's an easy read. It's called Almost Interesting. The other one that I actually OG, because you're a 50 Cent mark. I didn't even tell you about this one. For anyone who doesn't know, that's a fan of 50 Cent, he took his name from a Brooklyn stick-up kid. So there's a DVD about the original dude. It's a documentary.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah. His name was Kelvin Martin. The DVD's called The Original 50 Cent. It's called Infamous Times, The Original 50 Cent. There's another one, The Original 50 Cent, The True Story of the Legend Who Despired the Biggest Name in Rap. The first one was the one I'm talking about. He was buck fucking wild. He was a little dude. He was from Brooklyn. Apparently, he would Vic anyone. Like if he knew you had $5, he was sticking you up. You know, most stick-up kids would get you if they knew you were like a drug dealer.
This is a legit documentary?
Oh, yeah. Like, I'm going to give it to you on DVD. It's a documentary about him.
Okay.
There's a lot of stories about, like, where the name came from. Apparently, one of the stories is that he started a dice game with 50 cents and left with $500 because his dice game skills are so crazy.
Nice.
Another one's that he was literally like 5'2", $120. So, but I don't know why what that would have to do with 50 Cent. I don't know that. But yeah, he got sprayed up in like '87 and killed in the projects. But it gets into all of this. It's super in depth. It interviews everyone that rocked with him. Basically says how fucking loked out he was. Yeah. You know what I mean? He wasn't. He wasn't a criminal mastermind. He was a stick-up kid to the core. Like he was just vicking everyone. If you had $5, you was getting took.
Right.
I'm intrigued by that because you have like the criminals that are the John Gottis of the world, and then dudes like this dude who was just buck, taking everybody by force. You know what I mean? And was 5'2", 120. That's crazy to me. It goes in depth. It's dope. Nice. So that's my recommendation for the week.
I'm gonna get that after him.
Yeah, of course,
Pass
of
that
course.
down this way.
So, yeah, that's. So I don't know. Is there anything else anybody has to get off their chest at this point?
Wrap it up. Wrap it out.
Wrap it up. Boo.
This has been the Broad Street Breakdown, brought to you by Crescent Street Tattoo. This is episode 5, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
We thank you for listening. We'll be back next week, we hope, as long as none of us die.
Yeah.
And it's been beautiful talking to you, as always. So, yeah, tune in next week, broadstreetbreakdown.com. You can email us at BSB Radio at
jmthiphop.com.
Yeah, and
Facebook.
You can hit me on Twitter. We're on
iTunes coming soon.
Yeah, iTunes is coming soon for everybody asking. All we're waiting now is for our logo from my homeboy Busky, and then
what up, Busky?
All five will be up on iTunes for free. It'll be free. Like we're on SoundCloud now and YouTube. So.
I know everybody else in this room, but I want to say it just one more time. Like, huge thanks to everybody that's not even just listening, but it's like people are participating. People contact us. People are letting us know like what they're feeling about the show, and it's just, it's real humbling.
No, absolutely. We're building a little thing here, man. It feels good to be a part of it. So
community, if you will.
It's definitely, man, because there's a lot of people that are into subculture and counterculture, and they're digging what we're doing.
Definitely write us and definitely comment on shit, and
definitely tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a mundo.
If you got
that's
something,
a huge thing. A lot of this we're doing by word of mouth. So if you're digging it, and people who dig it, tell your people.
Absolutely, because as much as the internet is huge now, it's like
they got to clamp down on it.
Right, and I could use as much of my shit, in terms of being Vinnie Paz or Jedi Mind Tricks as I want, but people are only going to pass, it's only going to be word of mouth to people that actually listen and tell their friend, yo, these dudes are entertaining. You know what I mean? So,
absolutely. Or they suck so bad, you just got to listen to them anyway.
Either way, we'll take it.
Yeah, I don't want to hear any criticism, man. You got something fucking slick to say, keep it to yourself.
Yeah, keep it fucking
But if you're going to hang out and fucking talk to us, then fucking have at it.
We're down
all day long.
And with that said, we'll see y'all next week. Thank you.
Peace.